All right, hello folks. We should be up and streaming. Hope your week's going well. Happy Friday. Going to be the start of another weekend. So for today, we're going to be continuing our Master of Orion stream, as we've been doing for the last couple weeks. We had a first try with the Alkari that didn't go especially well, and now we're on game number 2 here. Welcome, Burninator, and had a promising start last time, so let's hope that we can continue following that up this time. The biggest concern is we are right next to the Darlocks, who are very strong on this map, but hopefully they will. We've actually made really good friends with the Darlocks. Hopefully that can continue as we continue developing. I did want to mention one thing right here at the start of the stream. So there actually was a little bit of news that's Master of Orion related, which is hard to believe because this is like a dead franchise at this point. But one of the creators of Master of Orion, Alan Emmerich, actually passed away this last week. He was one of like the 2 or 3 people most responsible for creating this game. So if you ever watch the credits here, Alan Emmerich is mentioned a bunch of different times. So and of course he did a bunch of other computer games as well, but this is probably the game he's most known for. This one and Master of Orion 2. So that was a little bit of sad news, but this is a game that's going to last forever. I'm still playing it 30 years later, so you know, kudos to Alan for helping to make a really, really awesome game that at least a small number of us still really appreciate. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up from where we left off last time. I did figure that I'd go ahead and mention that. Okay, so I obviously have not played this game in the last week either. How long we're going to play is determined by how well Charlie behaves, little Charlie. He's awake currently, but we think he's probably going to fall asleep soon. That's the hope anyway. Liz has him at the moment. Okay, so to pick up, refresher, we have the southeast corner of the map. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of prospects for further expansion. We're on 7 planets, which is probably about all that we're going to get. If we're lucky, we might be able to get to the radiated and the toxic world on this map. The toxic world is rich, and we do have an artifacts planet, so that's kind of nice. This is only base size 10, though, so it's not a great planet. But, you know, maybe if we can get enough terraforming tech, or enough planetology tech, we can get that. The radiated planet, I think we have better odds to get. I'm kind of hoping the silicoids stay away. They are in this galaxy. Silicoids and Darlocks are the main powers. Silicoids have to be somewhere over here. I mean, they literally have to be because they're definitely not at this yellow star. This is not their homeworld. We would have seen them if this was their homeworld. So they have to be at one of these 3, and they've got, I think, they've gotten up to 12 planets because they've triggered the 12 planet warning. And then the Darlocks have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 planets. So they're the 2 main powers. We've buddied up with the Darlocks. We've actually kind of made friends with our whole immediate neighborhood. Got non-aggression packs all the way up to affable relations. We're building relations with the Bulrathi, so that's pretty good. And for the most part right now, our planets are just developing. They are actually, a number of them have maxed factories. It looks like Licky's maxed factories and is regrowing up to the pop max now. Yeah, that's not bad. We will have to build some bases, though. We currently do not have bases on any of these. In terms of tech, we are about to pop the Class 2 deflectors. As soon as we have them, one missile base makes us immune to lasers, although not much else. And we have some decent stuff so far. We've been able to trade for some computer tech. That's been handy. We actually have all 3 of the computer techs that you get at the first tier. Now, the bad news is no Robotics 3 for us, only ECM Jammer. And then we're halfway to Durloy. That's pretty nice. That's always a good one. Force field. The biggest tech we want right now is enhanced eco restoration. We have no waste cleanup tech. We missed improved eco restoration, and we skipped over reduced industrial waste 80%. So this is a huge deal. Right now, we're just on the base waste cleanup, which is, it costs, what is it? You can eliminate 2 units of industrial waste for 1 BC. So, yeah, it's a 1 to 2 ratio. We're going to go from 1 to 2 to 1 to 5 when this finishes, and that's a very big deal. We also did finish the nuclear engines recently, so we've got the faster movement, and then we're researching neutron pellet gun because that's such a good general purpose gun, especially on small ships. Okay, so, but for the most part, we're kind of hoping that our diplomacy is going to keep us safe. We do have scanners enough that we can see what's on these planets. We have the 2nd tier scanner, so we can see. We can't see destinations for enemy fleets, but we can at least see where they're going. And hopefully we're not going to be attacked. Right now, the bears and the bugs are not at war, but they keep attacking each other over these planets. So hopefully they'll just do that and leave us alone. All right, so yeah, some of these planets are still building factories. Australia is almost maxed its factories, and then it's going to have to grow pop. And then our best planet outside the home world is New Zealand, but this world's still just getting started. So we just need more time to build up. If we're lucky, we'll get left alone by the races. It's only 2375. We've already had 3 council votes already. We voted for the Darloks in all 3 of those council votes. We're actually not as bad. I mean, this looks bad in terms of technology, but it's like this is impossible difficulty, so get used to it. We're actually not as far behind as I am in a lot of my games. We're actually pretty comparable with the Klakons, which is not bad for, as I said, this state of things. All right, well, that's nice. We got the Class 2 deflectors to pop. Okay, this is not as nice. You usually want to jump to Personal Barrier Shield, which gives you +10 to your ground combat rolls. And that's because going from Class 2 to Class 3 deflectors just doesn't really do that much. It's like a very minor step. It's much better to get the +10 on ground fighting, because you're always going to have to do some ground fighting at some point. But it's not available. It's not in the tech tree. That's one of the reasons why Master of Orion is such a great game. It's not there, so we have no choice. We'll have to research the Class 3 deflectors. Now, I really hope at the next tier that we have the planetary shield. If it's not there at the next tier and we just go to Class 4 deflectors, that's going to be pretty sad. That is going to be pretty sad. All right. So, still trying to max out these planets, but I think I will go ahead and build 1 missile base on Hawk 2 right now. Or actually, you know what? Actually, I changed my mind. We're safe at the moment. Let's get to that waste cleanup tech. This waste cleanup tech does so much for us. Let's just get there ASAP. It's a little bit risky because like we're a little bit defenseless, but I mean, again, look at our diplomatic relationships. They're pretty good. None of these AIs are erratic, thankfully. The Klakons aren't, right? No, they're aggressive this game. Multiple aggressive. Okay. They're allied with the Darloks and the Silicoids. That's interesting. What tech flavor are the Alkari strong in? Good question. So they are strong in propulsion tech. They are excellent at propulsion tech, which means that their early game can tend to be pretty good, because in the early game, propulsion tech is really important. You want to get range 4 and range 5 researched quickly, and faster engines is really nice too. By the way, thanks for the gifting the tier 1 sub, Crownor. Appreciate that. So they tend to be good in the early game. The problem is they're poor in force fields, and you might have noticed that the Class 3 deflectors was pretty expensive. Being poor in force fields is a pretty big disadvantage, unfortunately, because shielding tech is so important in this game. But is what it is. It's just one of those things. Oh, wow, we're trying to grow the pop on Chick because it maxed out its factories. You know what this planet should do? We should just import some pop from another planet. But I don't really have a great place to do that, unfortunately. Thanks, Crownar. Glad you're enjoying the stream. All right, Australia has almost maxed its factories. It needs 22 more, and then it's going to need to grow some population to work them. And Ostrich and New Zealand are a little further back. We can terraform New Zealand, but there's no point until it hits like the 50% mark on pop. It just doesn't gain anything from it. So we're probably just going to be doing a lot of next turning for the moment and just hoping nobody attacks us. All right, this will get Bird Brain just about maxed out on pop. Now, I could just let the pop grow naturally, but I prefer to grow it because, like, let's say that the Darloks decide to get hostile. If I grow the pop right now, then I have all the pop and factories available if I like need to swap course immediately. So I am giving up on some inefficiency by doing this, because like I could be putting all this production into research instead and just let the planet grow the last 4 pop naturally. But I prefer having the planet maxed out so that if suddenly the Darloks get aggressive, then I can switch course and immediately crash build bases. So I give up on some efficiency for like more strategic flexibility. And like that's just my preference there. By the way, this planet is growing pop insanely slowly, but it's not like it would contribute much on research either. Yeah, 20 BC. Not a lot going on there. But like look at this planet. We're spending so much on waste cleanup, it's ridiculous. Same on this planet. Once we get this waste cleanup tech, we'll be able to cut this down to like right here. So it'll be a massive gain. We're burning up so much of our income on waste cleanup. It's really ridiculous. But for now, the AI is leaving us alone, so we're just gonna Continue farmers gambiting it up here. All right, well, Bird Brain can now do, what, 138 BC? There we go. I mean, that helps. Now we're up to almost 500 BC in terms of research. Like I said, once this pops, I'll start building at least some minimal defenses, if not much. Unfortunately, Bird Brain and Chick are going to need they're going to need a decent number of bases because they're frontline worlds. That's too bad. But so far, the other AIs don't seem to care too much about us. And long term, the Klakons do look like a good opportunity for expansion because they look like, look, they only have 3 planets. They're pretty weak. They're actually doing a good job of holding the silicoids back right now. We need to know the silicoids are further back over here. So, yeah, kind of don't want the silicoids right on our doorstep in this game if we can avoid it. So for right now, having them there as a buffer is actually not bad at all. All right, yeah, so we're just kind of calmly building up. All right, Australia maxed its factories, so now we're going to grow the missing pop there. It'll take about 2 turns to do that, and then it'll be maxed out. How close is New Zealand to terraforming, by the way? Pretty close. Once we get up to 50 BC, we'll just terraform it in 1 turn. When you want to build bases for the artifacts world? I said I decided that since we're so peaceful, I'm going to pop this waste cleanup tech first because it's going to make such a big difference. And then I'll get at least some minimal defenses going. I am watching them. No movement on that screen is a good sign. Like, nothing happening there is what I want. All right, so Chick has almost grown all of its pop. And then Australia will be maxed out. Ostrich has a further ways to go. It's at 55 factories. Okay, it's making progress. New Zealand, even further to go. Only at 28 factories. But at least New Zealand's way in the corner. So New Zealand should be pretty safe. By the way, we can probably, as I said, if we discover this planetology tech, I think we can make a play for this barren world up here. Because we'll be able to put long range, I think we'll be able to put a colony ship on a long range design. Although, wait. It's a tundra. Never mind. We won't be able to because we'd have to put a tundra colony on there. But if I can get the waste cleanup deck, I might just build the thing anyway. Build a huge ship to go up there because it is a decent sized planet. And for some reason, it continues to get ignored. All right, Australia. Wait, Chick hadn't maxed its... Oh, I thought Chick had maxed its factories. Oh, it was doing the terraforming. That's right. I see what happened. I forgot to stop spending on eco once it finished its terraforming. I thought it was maxed on factories. That's my bad. That's my bad. That's true. This would attract a lot of attention, but I don't know if I can turn down the opportunity to get a base size 40 planet. Or 45. That's a decent sized world. I don't know if I can afford to turn that down. If it's still there and I can get it at relatively low cost. Because most of my planets are relatively small overall. I think New Zealand's just about ready to terraform. I'll do the terraforming when I can do it in 1 turn because it costs 50 BC. All right, planetology is in the percentages now. That's good. Just a quick check-in on the races, make sure nobody's doing anything what they shouldn't. Okay, Borathi are allied with literally everyone, so I don't know about that. I have to check what techs are. All right, see, like they're moving away from me. Their ships are moving in the opposite direction, so clearly I'm not the focus right now, so we can afford to keep being greedy here. Staying relatively defenseless here. Yeah, we still have to research the tech, build the ship, and fly it over there. Absolutely. But let's see, let's plop this planetology tech and see what the situation looks like. Yeah, we're just about ready. When this computer tech pops, I'll do a see what they've got espionage check too, because we're about to pop another level of computer tech. This isn't going to boost us by a lot. This is a kind of a useless tech, unfortunately, but better to have it than not have it, unfortunately. Poor little chick. All right, ostrich. It's reached factory count equal to population. All right, I should be able to do the terraforming here. Yep. So New Zealand, you're going to go to size 100. Uh-oh. Well, it could be worse. This could have hit our planetology research, but this is still pretty bad. This basically wiped out an entire tech because we were in the percentages and about to discover this. As I mentioned, the events are almost always bad. Like, they're almost always bad, and they usually target the player. It's just turning off events makes the game a lot easier. But yeah, the game. I mean, it could have been a worse event, but that's pretty bad. We just completely wiped out all progress in a tech that we had going. It's not a right. It's not a tech we cared about that much, so it's not like it could have been a lot worse, but it's still not great, unfortunately. Just sets back our computer tech by a good bit. All right. But the good news is this is in the percentages. Remember, the actual odds to discuss. Yeah, I just, you can turn off the events. Like, you can turn them off, but I usually just leave them on because that's the way the game was intended to be played. But, yeah, frustrating to be sure. Anyway, the actual, I mentioned this just for people that pop into the stream, but the actual odds to discover are double what it says. It's a bug in the game. It should say 16%. So we're getting close to good odds to discover this. Unfortunately, this tech that I really want is being a little bit coy. If it goes another turn or two, I'll start dialing down the spending. Just because once it gets up to like 25%, you don't really need to get much more than that. And I mean the real 25%, not the... Because like it says 11, but it's really 22% right now. Yep, they're still moving away from us. Okay. So we're at 13%, so I'm going to start dialing this down a little bit. I took 2 ticks out of every field to put it to planetology, so we'll put that back now. Except weapon. I'll just do 1 in weapons because we already have that in the percentages as well. Yeah, we're just doing we're just chilling here. We're just doing researching. You can play the turns sometimes very fastly. All right, here we go. This is the one we wanted. Okay. All right, now. Still no terraforming, right? No terraforming. We traded for +10, but not a single terraforming tech. We missed +10, +20, +30, and +40. But controlled radiated is there at the next time. So we're gonna go ahead and definitely research this because this will let us colonize both the toxic planet in the deep south and that radiated planet real close to us. So this is an obvious pick here. Soil enrichment's not bad, but you can always backtrack for it. And in addition to that, there is the chance to get advanced soil enrichment deeper in the tree. So it's definitely controlled radiated. Definitely. Barren, we definitely don't need. We would not need it because we already have a higher tier of habitability tech. So the way they work is if you have controlled tundra, you can settle barren planets. So once we have radiated, we can settle everything. Toxic and radiated. Fortunately, you don't have to get every single one of them. Okay, now up here, I thought I saw a ship incoming, but no, I guess that's still headed off in the other direction. So let's see what we can design, right? What do we have in terms of ships right now? Well, we surely don't need 2 colony designs. And we have those lasers that, yeah, that was the most exciting part of the first session is we had to fight off the AI. Oh, yeah, look at this. Wow. Remember how, what's our tech now? 980. Yeah, we were getting like 500. We literally doubled our research just by researching that tech. Look at our waste cleanup now. Yeah, look at this. Remember how we were spending so much on waste cleanup? Look at that. So much better. All right, anyway, design. So if we were to just build a colony ship, it's all the way down to 368 is the cost. Wow. That's pretty cheap. It starts at 570 at the start of the game. But we actually need a tundra colony base. And that means we have 400 space. Can we? Oh, we can't. Oh, we're close on the reserve fuel tanks. We can't quite squeeze them in there, unfortunately. 470. If we had a little bit more construction tech, we could have gotten. Or the other thing is, if we were to do just a standard colony base, we can fit the reserve fuel tanks on. But the problem is, we need the Baron. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate. Close but no cigar. All right, now if we were to design this at a huge hull, so like the ship would cost, it costs like 400 to 500 BC as a large design. How about if we change it to a huge design? So on this, we can definitely fit the Tundra colony base and the reserve fuel tanks and the nuclear engine. So it goes to 1800, so it's like quadruple the price. But I think it actually is worthwhile to make a play for this planet. Could I fit a Baron base? Possibly, but it's not worth researching controlled Baron just to try to do that. Let's go ahead and queue this up. Long range colony Tundra. Oh, it's actually Tundra 2. Let's just see if we were to do this. Where's our homeworld? How many turns would it take? 7 turns. I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to give it a try. See if we can get this. I think it's worthwhile to make the effort. We can keep these other planets on research, in part because there's no other tech that like we immediately need. Oh, you know, no. Hold on. We're close to construction. If we pop this construction tech, we'll be able to fit it. If we pop this construction tech, we will be able to fit that on there because it's close enough. So, yeah, we should just research this construction tech and then make a play for it because that way we don't have to spend all that production on that. Okay. Cool. Oh, look at this planet. Little chick. And then we need to try to trade for some... we really need to trade for some kind of terraforming tech. We have +10, but we really could use more than that. Okay, apparently some of these planets were not allocating their spending as well as I would have liked. Well, I mean, maybe. Sometimes the AI leaves you alone. Sometimes they don't. Again, it's worthwhile to make the effort to grab this planet because, I mean, it will put us in contact with the silicoids, but still, like a size 45 base planet is a pretty valuable prize, and it will give us, yeah, it gives us access, it gives us vision with more of the map. Let's get the neutral pellet guns, and then let's see if we can trade for anybody. I will probably need at least a minimal fleet there for protection. Okay, now there's some ships buzzing around down here. So hopefully we're not the focus of the Clacons. Hopefully. I do need to get some bases on the homeworld soonish. But okay, construction tech's in the percentages. This is 21%. We don't really need that. Take that down slightly. All right, there's Duraloy. Really useful tech, just does so many things. It increases the health of ships by 50%. So like the first one is probably the biggest upgrade. Also helps you in ground combat, and it increases the health of your bases too. Just a really useful one. Okay, well, that's not good. We already have a lot of waste cleanup. We definitely don't need reduced industrial waste 60%. I would have probably liked an improved industrial tech or something here. Yeah. So we're in contact with the silicoids now. Okay, Ostrich has also maxed its factories, so we'll let it grow the last remaining pop. All right, let's see. First of all, silicoids. Where did we come in contact with them? They must have gotten an increased range tech. Oh boy, they're pretty big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, they're still on 12 though. Okay, so this must be the human homeworld because there's no other place they could be. It has to be the human homeworld. How they haven't colonized this is beyond me. But apparently they haven't, for whatever reason. Okay. They have to be at that yellow star. It's the only one that's unclaimed. Alright. Well, they don't like us especially much. Oh, you know why they don't like us? It's because we voted against them in the council a bunch of times. That's why. Alright, first things first. Let's see if we can design that ship. So, Tundra. Preserve fuel tanks. Boom. Long range colony U2. See, it only costs 495 BC instead of the 1800. So that's nice. All right. Well, we can build that very quickly. Yeah, 2 years. I mean, it's pretty cheap to make the effort, so we might as well try. We'll just send it up there and see what happens. Okay, now for our other planets, let's start getting some bases up. Oh, wow. Birdbrain takes 3 turns to build 1 base. That's not good. Chick here is going to finish, and then it's going to have to build some bases. I'll keep... Stratos is not under a lot of danger, but I'll build at least the 1 base here, and then we can get Licky and Australia after that. And New Zealand is making progress here. It's at about half factories. Again, I'll try to... Oh, we should dial up... the silicoids, and at least try to get some trade going, because I don't need them coming down on my head. I think they have enough other enemies to worry about. Gatling laser? No. Not a tech I want or need. So now we're gonna have to adjust our spending, of course, because as you know, trading makes you poorer. Didn't drop any planet into waste. That's good. We're almost positive on trade thanks to all of our other trade agreements that have matured over time. All right, there's the neutron pellet gun. All right, that's what we wanted. Scatter pack, excellent. This is what I was hoping to have here. Scatter pack V plus planetary shield V is enough for like early game defense, enough to make you strong early on. So we'll happily take that. All right. Okay, so that was a good option there. So Bird Brain is working on its initial base, and Chick is, oh my god, 6 years to build one base. Oh, we need terraforming tech quite badly, don't we? Okay. We definitely need some terraforming tech. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit more into weapons spending, because that's actually a really important tech. Planetology is actually pretty important too. All right. Let's talk to some of the other races and see if there's anything we can trade for, just out of curiosity. Okay, they got quite a bit here. Interesting. I wonder what they want so badly. Now, if we trade for range 6, we don't even have to build the long-range version. The fact that they have fusion bomb is definitely a target for well, this would, if I picked up this, I wouldn't have to go back and research it later. Still, it means we really don't want to get in a fight with the Darloks if they have fusion bombs on their ships. We definitely don't need controlled Mariner. We have plenty of waste cleanup now. BC3 is also interesting. What do they want for this? They want enhanced eco restoration. You know, I don't need that tech until I'm ready to go on the offensive, so I'm not willing to make that deal for a tech I don't need just yet. Also, the Darloks are pretty strong. The Bears are pretty weak. I don't mind propping up the Bears because they're, like I said, they're pretty weak. Okay. Oh, they have terraforming plus 20. They also have class 3 deflectors. That's not bad either. We could, I think it's got to be the terraforming tech though. Like we could just skip over class 3 deflectors and jump hopefully right to the shield. But I think we need the plus 20 more. Yeah, I knew they wanted it for enhanced eco, but that's okay. I don't really care about the Bears having a lot of waste cleanup tech. All right, this means we can add another 10 million. We're just like, we're hurting so badly on terraforming tech. We really needed this. Terraforming boosts everything else, yeah. And then this is just more cheap planetology stuff. Okay, for hand lasers, sure. It just bumps up our planetology tech by a little bit. We'll check with the Klakons next too. Okay. Yeah, cheap planetology is not bad. Okay. Gatling laser, no. Absolutely not. If all you've got is Gatling laser, I'm not interested in talking to you. Still, if we're lucky, we'll get in I mean, if we settle this, we should become in contact with the humans, and I'd be willing to trade them pretty much anything because they're like they're apparently a one-planet empire. All right, let's do the terraforming next turn because I've got a bunch of stuff that's like almost done, and I think it takes like a turn. We already saw when you trade for stuff, it doesn't always process on the first turn, so we'll just do one turn. Yeah, sometimes the AIs, sometimes even AIs that are like strong in the abstract end up being weak in practice because like in this map the Klakons are just not strong. Okay, so off you go. Now we'll do the terraforming on pretty much every planet. All right, so we need 50 BC. Just got to measure it out. Yeah, this is just a game where we're really hurting on terraforming. So the fact that we're able to trade for plus 20 kind of papers over that hole. All right, and we also got one missile base on Stratos. Again, now do you have to measure it all out individually? Of course you don't have to do that, but I don't have that many planets, so it's not that big of a deal to measure out the 50 BC individually. I'm also just kind of obsessive about this stuff. Can Chick... All right, Chick can... You know, Chick at size 30 is a heck of a lot better than Chick at size 10. A heck of a lot better. All right. So we have to... Remember, we have to measure out 100 on this world because this world's an artifacts planet. So we can't... we have to double the spending, like, mentally. All right, so you're already terraforming. Wait, didn't I go through these planets? Okay, never mind. Here we go. Ostrich. This is also why I play on standard or small maps for the most part, because trying to terraform a planet that has a map when you have 35 planets, it starts to get really tedious. But again, you can use some of the automation tools for that. All right, now we can terraform this planet too. I'll just have it dump some of its production into research. Yeah, this will terraform New Zealand as well. And then New Zealand I'll just put on research because it's still not even maxed out yet. Because I want to, you don't want to be on 0 or you can start to lose your investment. All right. Yeah, shame the Clackons have nothing useful to trade. So we're continuing to just run like full-on Farmer's Gambit here, but so far it's working. Oh yeah, Hawk 2 remaxed its factories on the same turn. That's pretty impressive. It built all 20. It terraformed and built all 20 factories instantly. Okay, so yeah, it'll remax at the new total, and there we go. I can even dump 100 RP, so it'll just be 120 pop, 240 factories next. And then I do need to get some bases here because unfortunately my homeworld is a frontline planet. Like, unfortunately, it is something that I have to be concerned about defending. All right, so we need 8 factories here. We have, what current level? We have industrial 9, so 8 times 9 is 72 if we want to measure this out exactly. That's close enough. And we'll put the rest in growing pop. Licky, you need 12 factories, so 12 times 9 is what, 108? Yeah. Do we have enough to get that? Yes, we do. I'll just put one more tick in eco. All right, Chick, you need to finish terraforming, and then we'll put the rest in factories because you still need to build factories. You can get all the way up to 60 factories now. Ostrich, you only need 6 more factories. Yeah, so okay, so that's pretty cheap. This is like an elementary school math lesson. All right, we need 6 times 9 factories. How many is that? 6 times 9? No. So we need, yeah, this should do it. And the rest will go to growing the remaining pop you need. Same deal for Australia. 5 more factories. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to speed past this a little bit. All right, that should max it out. And then the rest can go into growing the remaining pop. And New Zealand, you now can just go back to your factory construction. All right. Yeah, New Zealand's going to be quite nice too. It's a shame it's in the corner. I mean, that means it'll be safe, but it also means that it's not going to be a great shipbuilding world until I can get Stargates. Yeah, so far, I mean, the AI has been pretty good about leaving us alone. All right. We'll just click through this right now. It's going to tell me they've all maxed factories. Okay. All right, Hawk 2, you need to get at least a few bases up. I kind of would like to get about 10 bases here, and then I can crash build more if I need to. Just because almost any attack that comes from the west is going to hit this planet first. It'd be a lot harder for like the Clackons to go to Stratos. It just like they need a lot more range to get there. Anyway, Stratos, you already have 1 base, so for right now, I'll put you on tech. Probably want some more long term, but that's good for right now. Licky, all right, you need to max out your pop. That should come close. Chick, you're finally done terraforming. You need to go back to building those factories. Poor little Chick. And then once you're maxed, you're probably just going to need to build bases for quite some time. Ostrich, you need to grow 1 more pop, and then you'll be maxed out. So we'll put the rest on research. Australia, you will grow the next pop point naturally. So see how it says clean? If it wasn't going to grow the pop point in between turn, it would say +1. So that's how we know it's going to grow the next pop point manually. All right, and then New Zealand, how many more factories are you going to need? Okay, you need about 100 more factories at this point. Oh, and Bird Brain. How many more factories do you still need? Let's see, you need 6 more factories to max out. So, all right, here's where the math really gets in. We need 6 times 9 times 2. So that's 12 times 2, which is 108. And then that'll max out the factories. Again, you do not have to do this kind of math every single time. I am just being pedantic here to avoid any waste, because there's not much when there's not much going on in the game. It's a little easier to do that kind of shenanigans. Okay. Go ahead and save. Things are going well so far. The +20 terraforming was a big help. Look at this. We're tech level 15 in planetology. We're only 4 in force fields. But we should be able to get more planets on research soonish. And because the AI is fortunately leaving us alone. Again, it looks like we are going to colonize this planet amazingly. So we're going to need a name for this world. Let's get we're going to unfortunately have to spend a lot of time building bases on Bird Brain. Just because I have to build some there. All right, Licky. Okay. Early Bird. Yeah, I can see that. That's it. We almost got it. Was able to colonize it this turn. Or just Worm. Actually, Worm is kind of funny. All right, so let's see. Stratos has 1 base. Licky, let's get at least 1 base for you. Just so we have at least 1 up there. Chick, you still need to build the factories and get the population. But you're not close to... All right, Australia, you're done. Ostrich, you're done. Okay, you guys can stay on that. New Zealand is growing pop pretty quickly. Yeah, New Zealand's just maxing out back there. I could max it faster by having Australia send pop, but I think I'm fine with New Zealand just doing its thing right now. And Hawk 2, as I said, let's get up to at least like 5 bases there. All right, propulsion. It's gonna pop. That's not gonna do a whole lot for us. And that computer tech we skipped over. So like none of this stuff is gonna do a tremendous amount. Maybe we can trade Warp 3 engines to somebody though. All right, yeah, I'm really shocked that nobody went for this world. Just appears that everybody just ignored it for whatever reason. Okay. Worm. This should put us in contact with the humans as well. That's what I think this is. Okay, great. This means they have drawn honorable personality based on that message, if I understand correctly. No, pacifist. Okay, maybe that's why they're so weak, because they're pacifists in this game. At least we got the silicoids up to that. All right, they're aggressive as well. Now we can finally see the full situation. Yes, the humans have 1 planet, so we can feel free to trade. Look, they have a lot of tech, though, so I'm happy to trade the humans pretty much anything. I think the Darlocks are still going to be nominated against the silicoids, but we're getting to the point where we might be passing them soon. Maybe. We're going to probably have to abstain in the next council vote. No, yeah, no erratic leaders is definitely a good thing. Now, we have to send some pop-up here. But I'm wondering if it makes more sense to wait until this tech pops, because when it does, my transports will move at warp 2 speed. If I send them right now, they're going to move at warp 1 speed. And like if I wait, they'll move at warp 2. But I don't know if that makes sense or not to do that. Anyway, let's dial them up. Note that we start at relaxed relations with the humans because they like everybody. Well, this would be a nice improvement. We only have... This would let us... this is something we could use. We do have BC2, but like computer tech is one of our weaknesses right now. I'm happy to make that deal. So we have not researched a battle computer yet, but we've gotten BC2 and 3. Now we could just get improved controlled... what is it? What is it? Improve robotics. That's like the one other big tech we're missing. Hyper-Vs. For nuclear engine, sure. Sure. This just bumps up our tech level by 1 in the weapons category. And I guess if we get attacked before we have Scatter V... Here, we'll trade with them too. Better bases. Yeah, I mean, it does technically upgrade our bases now. I'm just hoping that we don't get attacked anytime soon. Yeah, they have 1 planet. They just have the 1 planet. They're pretty sad. It is really weird that they made humans the diplomatic race. I was like, have you like ever seen humans? Humans as the diplomatic race is odd. Anyway, if we're lucky, the map will just stay like this and we can tech and develop up. Controlled radiated could get us 2 more worlds. So like we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 down here. This is 9. This would get us to 11. Like that's enough to be pretty competitive. And then the Clacons are just sitting there as a weak race to go after later on. And the Darlocks would also be a potential avenue for expansion too, because everybody always hates the Darlocks. So like it tends to be easier to go after them, but we have to be careful because their homeworld is literally right here. Hey, Is it Thalaris? I hope I got that name right. Yeah, maybe they were thinking Star Trek. I don't know. It's just like, that is not what humans are like. Anyway, so we're going to temporarily, you know what we're going to do? We're going to temporarily push research, try to get this propulsion tech. And then we'll send pop transports up there, hopefully at warp 2 instead of warp 3. We will let Licky finish its one base. Yeah, we're up to 1100 BC right now. Cool. Our computer tech's been improving as well. Our force field tech really needs improving. That's probably going to be my next focus, is if I can get the planetary shield. And then we also have scatter packs that are in the works. And look, we're one tick towards controlled radiated. Oh, well, I mean, sometimes it works. So, the reason why this is helpful is this doesn't really do that much for our warships because they were already moving at warp 2. The big thing it does is it means now our transports can move at warp 2, and that's a big deal. Going from warp 1 to warp 2 is always the biggest jump. All right, so at the next option, we could go for range 8. We currently have range 5, but I think I'd rather have the fusion drives. Range techs are like whatever. After you get like, we could take this, but I don't really think we care that much about range, about further range. Like, we already have enough range to reach probably whatever we want. Like, am I really going to be attacking a planet that's 8 parsecs away? Probably not. I rarely do, like, the really long range jumps, whereas this is quite valuable because it gets us up to another movement tier in combat. Warp 4 means you can move 3 tiles per turn in combat, so I think this is more valuable, and it's also cheaper, too. Like, so I think we're just going to go for that. All right, well, that little gambit worked out. We popped that pretty quickly. Oh, I guess Chick has to grow its remaining pop. Okay, so Bird Brain, you're going to go back to building bases because I do not feel safe with one base there at all. Licky, you built one base. I'm okay with that on your planet for right now. Stratus, you stay on research. Hawk 2, you're going to send pop up here to Worm. And I want to send enough to max out this planet, actually. So I think we can grow about 12 million. We should be able to do... I think we can do 13. So if we can do 3 turns of 13, that'll basically max this planet out and pop. Yeah. Can we do 14? Looks like it. Okay, so if we do 3 turns of 14, yeah, that basically maxes out Worm. Hopefully no one attacks in the next few turns, because if that does, then that would get interpreted as an invasion, which is not what I want. So again, we're playing pretty aggressively here. Well, I say aggressive. We're playing aggressive in the sense that we're not building defenses. We're relying on diplomacy to keep us safe. It's kind of a human strategy in Master of Orion. You can often do that with the humans. You're like, I'll just rely on my diplomacy to keep me safe while I push tech. So like this could come crashing down on us, but so far we do have good relations with the AI. The Klakons and the Daleks would have to cancel their non-aggression pacts before they attacked. Let's see if we can get a non-aggression pact with the bears, just out of curiosity. Yeah, the humans are a one-planet empire. Sure, cool. Fine with that. I'm not giving them the neutron pellet gun. That's a dangerous weapon to give out. So we're playing like... we're like the most peaceful race in the galaxy right now. Non-aggression pacts with everybody. Yeah, cool. If relations improve with the silicoids, I'll see if I can get one with them, but I need it to tick up a little bit first. All right, yeah, we're just farmers gambiting it up. Everybody loves us. Okay, New Zealand already maxed factories. That was fast. Okay, well, 2 turns to finish growing pop, and we should be good there. Okay, Hawk 2 was able to do the 14 million, so we'll do that again. Just this planet's so exposed, we need to stand this planet up quickly. And it's probably going to be another planet that just builds bases for a while. But yeah, 14, 14, 14, that's 42 million. And then that gets us, yeah, I mean, 42 plus 2 is 44. And then once it starts, I'll wait like 2 or 3 turns, and then I'll send another 14 million because then we'll be terraforming it to a bigger size. Cool. Oh, we could send that scout to the white star behind Sol. Good suggestion. Do we have enough range to reach that? I should do that, but I want to get another... I don't want to leave no ship over that planet. Let's send this scout up there. Even though it's going to take a while. I have some extra scouts on one of these worlds, don't I? Yeah. Your ships can see a certain distance away on the map. Okay, so Chick's gonna finish. It's gonna max out its pop, and then it can very, very, very slowly start building bases. Chick and Bird Brain I need to defend pretty seriously because it's an artifact world. Chick is more like a crumple zone in the term we use in our multiplayer games, in the sense that it's more designed just to soak up aggression and get hit there. Do we have anything in reserve? We do, and I might actually try to stand up that planet with reserve spending. We'll see if the AI stays friendly though. If no one looks like they're heading there, I'm not going to be super aggressive about it. Now there's a human. Okay, there's a human colony ship moving in this direction, which I'm concerned about. I really hope they're not headed for Worm, but I suspect they might be. I could try to send my lasers over there. I mean, they can't get there in time. Oh, but you know what I can do? I have Warp 3 engines now. Okay, just in case this colony ship is trying to poach Worm, we gotta respond to this, but we can actually do that. So let's go to our fleet, first of all. Can scrap this design and this design. We don't need these anymore. This is the advantage of having fast engines. So watch, we can now take a small ship. We can put Warp 3 engines on it, and we'll get movement 2. And unfortunately, we can't really put much. Oh, we have the MPG as well. Okay, this is actually a pretty good ship. Now, is it worth putting attack level? How expensive is that? Let's see. We could put Mark 1 computer to get attack level 1. I don't think that's worthwhile, though, just for that. I think we'd need to... This is where having higher computer tech would be nice, so we'll do MPG 3. So we'll leave it with none of that for right now. Okay. Now, remember, this moves... Yeah, we'll just do one turn of this. And remember, it moves 3 parsecs per turn, so I think we can get there before this colony ship gets there, and we only need 1 turn's worth of that. If it's headed to these planets over here, that's like whatever. But yeah, we can now get... Everybody always wants me to kill Orion. Well, there's no Orion anywhere near it, so it's got to be at one of these... It's probably at one of these blue stars, or maybe this white star. It's usually at a weird colored star. Okay, so we're just going to send that up there. You're building more bases. Research, you're building your first base, but we can avoid spending on the eco slider. Get at least 1 or 2 of them. Okay, I built 1 base on Ostrich, so that's enough for right now. I don't think Ostrich is going to see much aggression. If we can get this toxic world, then I think Ostrich will be pretty safe. We'll do the 1 base on Australia as well. Just want to have 1 base, just that there's something there, and then New Zealand will max out here. And then it can build its own 1 base. Okay, cool. Yeah, the neutron pellet gun is just a massive upgrade over the laser. So the laser does 1 to 4 damage per shot. MPG does 2 to 5. You might be like, well, that doesn't sound very good, but it halves enemy shields. So like, let's say someone has, I don't know, a class 3 shield. Your laser does 0 to 1 damage, and it's actually worse than it sounds because it does 0, 0, 0, or 1 damage on the shots. So expected damage is 0.25 per shot. Now, the MPG does 2 to 5, but it halves enemy shields. So the 3 gets, I believe it gets knocked down to 1. Either that or it goes to 2. But even assuming it goes to 2, now your damage is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So your expected damage is like 2.5 per shot, as opposed to 1/4 of 1 per 1/4 of 1. Pretty big difference there. Now, obviously, as the shielding gets high enough, it becomes less of a big deal. But even if someone has like class 6 shields, that still gets truncated down to 3. You can still deal damage through that. So like the weapon holds its value for a long time. Of course, it will get outscaled, but oh, what's this? There's another ship on that map that looks like it's headed in this direction. All right, so New Zealand is maxed, as we said. What's going on here? Colony ship. Okay. Wow, the minute I went after the ship. So I don't think that this is going to worm, but I actually think this is going to worm. Although we have a non-aggression pack, so they shouldn't be attacking me there. Anyway, I got 1 batch of ships out. That should be enough for right now. I think this is headed to the... empty planet, which I don't care if they scout that. Because there's literally nothing there. Anyway, Hawk Tua. I wish I could see where these ships were going. That would be nice. You are going to go back to sending another pop transport here to Worm. And then once they all arrive, we'll be able to terraform it there. Okay, Stratos. Licky, Birdbrain is building bases. Chick is finally going to build a base. Australia is going to get its base. And then New Zealand apparently can one-turn a base here. And then we'll put them both back on tech. So we're about to pop this computer's tech. That's good. Boy, we really need to increase our force field spending after this, don't we? You can see that we're... is that green? Ship a Darlock colony as well? No. No, this one's not a... It's a warship of some kind. Let's see if we can... Yeah, it's definitely going to the empty star. All right. This tech was not what we wanted. We had our computer stuff wiped out. Okay. Oh, improved space scanner. Excellent. So... After trading for BC2 and BC3, we don't need BC4. It's a low priority, but improved space scanner is nice. This is the one that tells you where the enemy ships are going. So this is a nice pickup here. We definitely want this one. And then maybe if we're lucky, improved robotics 4 will be at the next one. All right, council. I actually was not paying attention to this. Am I nominated? No. Okay. So there shouldn't be any threat of losing here. We probably need to abstain. So they have 8 votes. I suspect we have 7. 6 votes. Yeah, I don't think I can. 6 votes for the... Okay, for the Bears. That's more than I thought. 4 for the Clacons. Humans abstain. Okay. 9. Okay, so... And then do I have 7? Yeah, I need to abstain here. I could vote for either side, but it's better just to abstain and not annoy the others. All right. Yeah, we're still on... Yeah, we're on good terms with pretty much everybody right now. That's a pretty good Clacon fleet. Maybe we should try to dial up our trade deal with the Clacons just to make sure they don't come after me. They just have that Gatling laser, which I don't care about. Alright, well, we got them dialed up to a pretty sizable trade deal. And we might want to dial up the Darlocks at some point soon, too. But I'll leave that alone for the time being. Okay, so Hawk Tua still has these pop transports. This is... I don't know where this is going. I think it's going to the empty colony spot again. This, though, apparently is coming to Worm, but we've got... We should have our ships in place to meet it, and we should easily be able to shoot down one colony ship. All right, so we've got the this coming in. I'll probably start terraforming in another turn. For right now, though, Hawk Tua can build a base this turn. I'm going to need more bases there. All right, you're fine. You're fine. We got one base. Try to build a couple more. All right, Australia does not need any more bases. New Zealand does not need any more bases either. Silly Anzacs. Okay. But we are about to get this force field tech. And then we'll see what we have to offer after that. By the way, the controlled radiated is starting to tick up there. Hi there, Grillo. But yeah, so far so good. It's been a pretty good diplomacy game so far. All right. Yeah, this is at the empty world. Again, there's not really any advantage for them scouting there. Now we have our neutron pellet guns in place at Worm. This will basically max the planet out when it gets up there. Unfortunately, it's still 2 turns away. Let's see. If we started terraforming... Let's do one more turn of building factories, and then we'll start terraforming. And then Hawk Tua can send another 14 million up there. Because by the time it gets up there, the planet will be terraformed. Or however many. There we go. That should be enough. I don't know where this is going. I guess it's going to Worm as well. Probably. Yeah, one nice advantage of having the faster engines is you can just react faster to what the AI is doing. It just helps with that a lot. Australia, okay. And yeah, our backline planets are just humming along on research. And yeah, Worm is starting to come along. Hopefully the AI is not bothering us. Yeah, I hope that this... Oh, I guess they could be going to this. Well, you know what? If it looks like they're going... Let's keep an eye on this. If it looks like they're headed to this, we can build another round of these MPGs and shoot this down if it looks like they're going there. Because we don't want them to get a scout on this world. We want to make sure we get this radiated planet. Nope, they're not going to the radiated world. And I don't think this is headed to the radiated planet either. So I guess Worm is not being contested. That's good, at least for the time being. Apparently we're just both hanging out in orbit here. This is clearly going to the no habitable planet. And I think this is just heading back to Nazin. I'm pretty sure it's going to Nazin. So I don't think I have to build ships to chase them off the radiated planet. Okay. Let's go ahead and start terraforming this planet. So remember, it costs 20. We can do it in batches of 25 BC. Because this will get it to 47. And then we have another 14. That'll get it to 61. So that should be plenty. That should be plenty. Okay, Hawktua. Ah, we can't. I sent slightly too much last turn. It's only at 119 instead of at 120. But we'll build another base and get that up, get up to, I said, at least like 5 or so. Birdbrain needs to get up to about 10. Or maybe I'll stop at 5 because the Darlocks are being so peaceful right now. And there is an advantage to getting up the tech tree faster. Like if we have control, if we have planetary shield V. Oh, you know what we should also do? We need to start looking at what the AI has in terms of techs. I should have started that sooner. We need to see what they have in terms of techs. So let's just go ahead and cycle through to make sure we didn't put any planet into waste by turning on spying. Okay. I think we'll need another tick on terraforming though. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Our trade income, you know, we have so much trade going with so many people. We actually are only barely negative because we've been trading for a long time now with all these races. Yeah, we actually have we could actually have a decent amount of trade income coming in soon. Yeah, I guess I should have kept that scout in place since everybody and their mom decided to run instantly to the empty star. But you can see why I didn't move this scout. Yeah, it looks like this is headed pretty clearly to this spot right here. Okay. So we have 50 million, 49 out of 50 here. And then, well, I guess we oversent slightly, but by the time it gets there, we'll have 60 max. Well, what's the max? I think it's 60. Oh, no, never mind. The max is 65. Cool. And then I will probably just keep building bases there. All right. So force fields is in the percentages. All right. Birdbrain. Let's put you back on research. Hawktua. I'll build one more for right now. Chick is probably just going to sit on bases for a very long time. Because otherwise I can't defend that. I can't really defend that world. Oh, hello. This is at the uninhabited world. Well, you're welcome to get a scout on this, humans. I don't care. There's nothing there, so. I could have chased them off, but there was no point because there's no planet there. All right, what's going on at Worm? 57 max. Can we get this planet fully terraformed? Just so it can terraform a little bit more fully. Actually, hold on. There we go. I just want to finish the terraforming this turn to make sure that those pop transports don't waste any population that's incoming. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hawktua, you can go back to research for right now. I thought I could do one more tick there. That's because of the eco spending I was doing last turn. All right, Birdbrain. So every planet's pretty much on research, and we're up to about 1500 BC per turn. Okay, let's hope this force field tech pops soon. Note that the controlled radiated is making progress too. That's really nice. And have we gotten a report on the Darlocks yet? No, not yet. Yeah, again. Just see if they have missiles or lasers on their ship. All right, they have lasers, so they would have fired the missiles by now. All right, so yeah, Worm. Okay, Worm is already maxed out on its colonists, so this is the power of flooding a new planet with population. And having the Warp 3 engines so fast, we're able to get pop-up here pretty quickly. So we already have this maxed out, terraformed and maxed out now. It just needs to build the factories. And then it's going to be another, it's so isolated, it's going to be another gotta build bases here world. Of course, we could do reserve spending here, but with no rich planet to feed the reserve, I don't think it's worth it. And especially because the AIs are treating me so kindly. If they would start to come after me, then obviously I can change that. But for right now, I'm not too worried. Are these colony ships just going to continue to hang out here in orbit? I might send the neutron pellet guns just to chase them away. Oh, is this going to this world here? Just in case it is. These can get here in 2 turns. Just in case that's headed there. We got to make sure that that doesn't get swiped out away from under our noses. Anyway. Okay, well, scatter packs in the percentages. That will help my bases out a lot. And then this, we can dial down this force field tech for right now. It's already as much as we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks. Nope, it's going to... This is actually going to this planet as well. I'll send the MPGs over to just chase off these colony ships because this is getting annoying. Ah, well, that would explain why... this would explain why no one colonized this planet. That's another empty one up there. Okay. Fine, you go here. You go here. And then we're going to use our MPGs to chase away these colony ships because I'm annoyed that they keep hanging out there. All right, we still haven't discovered this yet. We're just doing research at like every single planet right now and just biding our time. 8 factories per turn. That's not bad for a brand new planet that's like medium sized. Wow. Well, the force field tech is certainly taking forever to pop. But we're getting close on controlled radiated, which is going to be nice. Oh, we should have gotten a spying report by now on the Darlox. Okay, let's see what they got. All right, so what jumps out right away is the Death Spores is concerning, and the Fusion Bomb. Merculites, if we have a planetary shield, we can pretty much stop the Merculites. We can't stop the Fusion Bombs, though. They have very good computer tech, as you'd expect for the Darlox. Their force field tech is horrible, though. So that's a potential weakness down the road. We still don't want to fight these guys right now, but yeah, they got some pretty good weapons tech. And the Death Spores is concerning, as always. All right, next up, we need to do the Silicoids because they're the other dangerous enemy. And no engines, so they're very slow. Agreed. Also, kind of nice for us that they're really slow. So we have to be careful about giving them warp engine tech. By the way, our trade tech is actually maturing. We're actually gaining on trade tech right now, which is really rare. So yeah, it's pretty rare that you're actually in the positive on trade tech in this game. But we've been so peaceful with people for so long that can happen. Let's dial up the Darlox to a bigger trade agreement for that very reason. Okay. Now we're about to discover this, so that would just be a waste. Could get further range tech, but we don't really need that too badly. ECM jammers, what do they want? Now, yeah, I don't want to give them enhanced eco. What's their waste cleanup situation look like again? Oh, they have improved eco, and they have, okay, never mind. They have reduced industrial waste 80% and improved eco, so they don't really need that tech at all. Doesn't do that much for them. Yeah, it might be worth... I wonder if I can trade them for fusion. Trade it to them for fusion bomb, because they did offer that trade earlier. Let's wait a turn, and then we'll come back and try again. Because if I could get fusion bomb for that, that would be huge. Fusion bomb is what I'm going to need to go on the offensive, because it's the only bomb that's going to fit on a small hull for a long time. Alright, well, I guess it's a good thing I did bother to send some ships to that radiated planet. They're going to retreat, I think. Yeah, good thing I did chase them off. All right, we finally discovered this. And yay, Class V planetary shield there. We're going to dial up spending on force field tech to get this. I'm going to put an extra tick or two in from every field. Thankfully, we don't have to go to Class 4 deflectors. So if we can get this, that gives us 8 points of shielding. And that plus Scatter Pack V is pretty good for the early game. Like, that's enough to stop most of the weapons that are not bombs. So that's pretty good. I don't know if it's the most important tech in the game. It certainly is an important tech, though. All right, so we chased off that attempt to poach that planet, the poor humans. Maybe they should have sent more than just a colony ship, though. Okay, tech. We're going to adjust this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to take some... I want to take a tick out of every field and put it in this just because it's an important tech. Planet propulsion, we're already not spending much. All right. Got to research that quickly. Okay. We get a report on the... not the bears. It's the silicoids. All right. Not yet. Not yet. I said I'm going to check in a turn or two with the Darlocks. I just don't want to bug them too often. Because the AI doesn't like it if you bug them too much. Okay. So we have 5 bases at Bird Brain. We'll need more there, but for right now, I'm pushing research. There's a lot of... I actually have a number of important techs. Planetary... like, I need to get the planetary shield, and the other biggie is this controlled radiated, because that's 2 more planets for us. One of them a rich world, and that's also decent trade bait for other stuff, too. But we have to be careful about who we give that out to. Obviously, it's useless for the silicoids, but for everybody else... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, the silicoids have stayed stuck at 12 planets. That's really good. Now, the weird thing is nobody has these planets over here. Because remember, we're in contact with everyone. So either the silicoids are just not colonizing them. I mean, one of these planets is Orion, but I'm a little surprised they haven't grabbed these down here. Yeah, size 10 rich, not amazing. But, I mean, we can terraform it to size 30, and you never know. If we can get atmospheric terraforming, it'll add another plus 20 to the size. You know, late game, if you have like plus 80 terraforming, it's something. So, if small, I mean, you know, it's always good to have planets. It's one of the things I like about this game is it's always good to have more planets. Like, there's no penalty. Except, well, the only penalty is the AI starts disliking you if you have a lot of planets. It gets harder and harder to stay on good terms if the AI, if you have a lot of planets. But it's a competitive game. Everybody's scrambling to get the however many worlds are out there. So like either you get them or the AI gets them. All right. Well, we're all the way up to 20% now here, so that should be popping soon. What's our construction tech? Okay, this is not going to do that much for us, but we might be able to trade it for someone. Anyway, let's go ahead and did we get a report on the silicoid? Yeah, nope. Let's see if we can swing that fusion bomb trade with these guys. They're not offering it right now. The only one we would potentially want out of this is ECM. Range 6 for... Okay, never mind. I'll keep checking back periodically. Have I ever seen a tech at 40? I have seen it get to 40% before. All right, yeah, see, their diplomat left because I bugged them too much. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, sometimes you'll like pass a threshold and every single AI dials you up separately. We should be passing the Darlocks on... Yeah, so we will probably be nominated at the next council because if you're tied with the AI, it nominates you. So we should be passing them soon. And then there's a little more danger in the council. Because as long as the AI is nominated on both sides... This is getting pretty high there on weapons research. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just tick all this up. We do not need to boost this any further. Still, we're actually making really good progress on tech. Like in terms of the look where we are on the tech graph. We're not that far behind. Obviously, you might look at that and be like, "Wait, you're in last place. What are you talking about?" But it's impossible difficulty. Like it always looks like that. The fact that we're not like heads and shoulders behind is a good thing. All right, silicoids. What do they have? Oh, their tech is pretty awful. This is great. Now they have the class 10 planetary shield, so we can't attack them anytime soon. But like their weapons tech is pretty terrible. They just have, I mean, they have Death Spore's fusion bomb. That's concerning, but they have a lot of holes in their tech tree. They don't have improved robotics. They don't have, they only have plus 20 terraforming, which they're always guaranteed to have. They only have the default engines. They're moving at warp 1, and their weapons are not that great, honestly. No guns. yeah. We can always try to see if we can trade for something with them. Just going to screenshot their text so I can refer back to it. So first of all, we'll dial down spending with them. I think we went the Bullrathi next to see what they've got. I should probably dial up the Bullrathi trade agreement soon too. Just keep dialing up the trade agreements. He only wants to trade for the Gatling laser. Does he have any armor? I don't think he does. No armor. So we're definitely not trading Durloy for the stupid Gatling gun. All right, yeah. So he doesn't really want to trade anything with us. But yeah, there's some major holes in his setup. So trade income is back to positive again. Slowly ticking up there. Continue to chase away. This Viper ship might be coming to this planet, but we have a non-aggression pact, so if it does, we'll just wave at each other and not fight, which is fine with me. So yeah, we're just playing the econ game right now. I'm content to play the econ game. Alright, there's our scatter packs finally. We were up to like 45%, something like that. Alright, so to move forward on the tree, we have two techs to move forward on the tree. Antimatter Bomb or Fusion Beam. Now, we might want Antimatter Bomb eventually. The problem is, I'm still hoping I can trade for Fusion. I'm acting as though I have Fusion Bomb, which I do not have. But I think I can trade for it from somebody. So, if I can trade for Fusion Bomb, I don't really have that much of a need for Antimatter Bomb. It's also going to take a long time to fit this on a small hull. So I think I'm going to go for the Fusion Beam here. Overall, I don't want to research Neutron Blaster because that won't advance the tech tree. So it's got to be one of these two. And I think we do need some kind of a gun. So I think it's this. Oh, wait a minute. Does Antimatter Bomb even advance the tree? Hold on. Because I don't really want Fusion Beam that badly. I'd rather have something... Because part of the reason why Fusion Beam is useful is you can do the heavy version that shoots for 4 to 30. But like it's going to be hard to fit that on a small. Does Antimatter Bomb advance the tech tree here? I don't want to research if it won't advance the tree. I have like the first couple tiers memorized, but once you get to like this is like the 4th tier, and I don't have it memorized what's specifically on which rung of the ladder. And again, this should be in the game, but this is an old game, so these kind of references are not there. Let me put it on the desktop so you can see. Okay, yes, they're actually at the same tier. So that actually changes my thinking completely. If I can advance the tech tree with this, I think I will take Antimatter Bomb. Then we don't have to trade for Fusion Bomb. We'll just have to get deep enough into the tree that we can put this on a small. And Antimatter Bombs are good for almost the whole game. You need like a Planetary Shield 20 to be able to stop that damage. So yeah, we can do this. That means we can skip over Fusion Bomb. And then if we're lucky, maybe we can get Megabolt Cannon at the next tier. That would be really nice. Yeah, that would be a really nice gun upgrade if we could do that at the next tier. But it's only 50% odds it'll be there. I mean, I guess we could do Fusion Rifle as well just to get some ground combat going. I wouldn't want Antimatter Torpedoes or Omega V. But anyway. So I changed my mind. We will do the Antimatter Bombs. And remember, once you click the button, you can't change it. So you better be careful about what you click. Yeah. Do you ever use antimatter torpedoes? I mean, rarely. Occasionally I will use them. So torpedoes are a weird weapon. They're like missiles, but they only fire every other turn. And for the purposes of hitting planetary shields, they're counted as guns. Like, they only do half damage against planetary shields. They're useful for, like, long, drawn-out combats, but I usually don't find myself in those situations a lot. Still, they can be useful in some situations, so... Yeah, that's a pretty good fleet. I don't really want to tangle with that anytime soon. It's not like my pathetic 5 bases are going to stop that. So, hopefully we just continue to rely on diplomacy to stay safe against these guys. How many factories does Worm have? Okay, it's at 1 times base count. It would also be really nice if we discover the scanner and then Improve Robotics 4 is at the next level. Lacking Improve Robotics is holding our economy back a good bit. That's like the one thing that's... Because we did get the waste cleanup and we've been able to trade for some terraforming. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we now have a controlled radiated in the percentages. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Chick is still very slowly working on bases. All right. Yeah, so we're about to try to stretch out and grab these planets. Again, I'm content to like just stay in this situation for right now because the galaxy seems very stable. I don't feel like I'm about to lose the council vote anytime soon. The silicoids are only allied with the humans, who are kind of pathetic in this game. And yeah, we're just going to get more spying reports. Maybe when we discover controlled radiated, we might be able to get something good from that. Or reduced industrial waste 60%. We might be able to get decent trade bait out of them. Oh, hello, what's this? I really hope these guys don't have a controlled toxic, but they might. I can't chase that fleet off, unfortunately. We don't know what techs they have yet. So they might. I mean, they might have controlled toxic by now. Hard to say. But obviously, if they send their whole fleet against this planet, I can't stop them from coming in there and colonizing it. If they have the tech for it, which they might not. So I guess we're about to find out if they have the tech for it. So it's time to pull back our scouts, I suppose. And hopefully these techs will pop soon. We should at least be able to get this controlled radiated. Unfortunately, I was not able to chase the Darloks away from that. So, because we do have the non-aggression pact, but I don't think they have. They don't have controlled radiated though, so I don't have to worry about that, right? Yeah, they only have controlled Baron, so I don't have to worry about that. Well, I guess they have controlled toxic. That's unfortunate because now it means that they're going to have the range to hit planets like this. Because like now Ostrich becomes kind of a frontline planet. But there's nothing I could do about it. There's just nothing I could do. So now we need to make sure we get this controlled radiated ASAP, which we are researching. All right, here's what the bears have. They have plus 30 terraforming, so that's nice. Let's see, allied with the Darluks and the humans. They have fusion bomb as well. Fusion bomb is really common in this galaxy. Very, very common in this galaxy. They have 8 points of shielding. They have the planetary shield. The only weapon of theirs that they also have stingers. Okay, they build a bunch of stinger missile boats. That would be annoying. They don't have improved robotics either. They actually have really good computer tech for a bear. Bears are weak in computers. Okay, now we need to see what the Klakons have as we continue through the tech tree here. Yeah, we're researching at a pretty good clip, and Worm has not been challenged, amazingly. Up to 14 bases per turn now. Really wish I knew where this was going. I'll just send this back. I gotta keep an eye on this. I don't know where this whale is going. Can Worm build a defensive base? Yeah, let's have Worm just build a defensive base just for safety's sake. I'm just a little bit concerned about where this is going. I don't think this is going for Worm, but I have no idea what's on that whale design. Again, once I have the scanner tech here, I'll be able to see where they're going. But I don't have a non-aggression pact with the silicoids, so I have to be a little concerned about them. Yeah, I have to be a little bit concerned about them. Let's have you feed the reserve so I can double production here if I need to. I don't know if they're going for this planet, but let's at least get the base up. So this turn, it's like the D and the R in Draka is where this is. So I can try to measure where this is going. Oh, it might be going for the radiated planet. That's actually also possible. Yeah. Good call. Let's hold the ships here for that reason. Good call. And hopefully we will pop that planetology tech. In fact, it's important enough that we get this. I'll put this back on research. Okay. Yeah, they might be going for that. Yeah, you're right. They're not going for Worm. They're going for this spot here. That's definitely where they're going. Okay. So we need to build some more of our MPGs to hold this planet, just to be on the safe side. Because we need to, at the very least, shoot down their fleet. Okay. Okay. So we've got this in the percentages. all the planets that are close are gonna not Bird Brain because it's an artifacts world, but all the planets that are close are gonna build some of these and send them right here. How many parsecs is that? Okay, well you can get there in 1 turn. I think this is also can get they can also get there in 1 turn. Nice. Okay, Licky can only get there in 2 turns. So I guess Licky it's not worthwhile to build them. Okay. So we'll just get more of these ships. We should be able to chase this off unless there's something crazy on the Silicoid designs. Their ships are actually pretty terrible for their ships are really weak at ship-to-ship combat because like they have missiles and fusion bomb, but like they're pretty bad at actual fighting. All right. We have about 10 turns to the next council vote. It should be us against the Silicoids. At the moment, I'm not concerned about them winning a council vote. And we actually can't sign a non-aggression pact with the Silicoids right now because then we wouldn't be able to chase away their colony ship. I'll do 1 more turn of building these, and then that should be sufficient to keep them off my worlds. And hopefully this tech will pop. So we have a lot of stuff that's about to pop, actually. All right, we still do not have a spying report on these guys yet. Although everybody likes us quite a bit. Except I guess the Silicoids don't like us quite as much. All right, that should be sufficient. Yeah, 65 MPG should be plenty to chase that away. Unless I'm crazy. I will save, though, just in case I'm miscounting badly. But we are all Kari, so we're better in these fights than a lot of other races. Look, that's 3 techs in the percentages, and computers also in the percentages. Oh, did I keep Worm on missile-based building? I kept it on missile-based building longer than I wanted. It's got to max out its factories. That's all right, though. That's okay. So I kind of wish the Klakons didn't have their main fleet right over here with 72 larges. Kind of wish their fleet wasn't all the way over here. Like, could you maybe send it somewhere else? But no, I guess not. A little bit concerned about these guys. All right, well, okay. Well, now I feel a lot better because their weapons tech is atrocious. The minute we get the Class 5 planetary shield, they can't do anything against us. And they have robotics 3 and 4. Okay. Okay, they have improved robotics 3 and 4. So they are the ones we would want to target if we did try to steal something. But, yeah. The problem is if we try to get into a scrape with them, it might bring the Silicoids down on us. So. Okay, their weapons tech is horrible, though. So that's really quite reassuring. But we aren't safe until we get the planetary shield. So I'm a little concerned. But right now, instead of building more bases, what I should be doing is pushing tech so that I can get... planetary shields up over these planets. That's going to do the most to keep me safe. Look at this. Chick is all the way up to 6 bases. Poor little chick. I guess that's probably enough for now. You can do your very small contributions to the rest of the empire. Okay, they moved back. All right, there we go. Controlled radiated. Let's go. Oh, cool. And we have atmospheric terraforming at the next tier. Excellent. We have a number of hostile worlds, so this will help with that. And then if we're lucky, maybe we'll be able to jump to advanced soil at the next tier. So this is quite nice. We'll be able to terraform all those planets that are hostile into normal environments. Very nice. If advanced soil is not there, we can always backtrack to soil enrichment too. But that's a nice pickup. We definitely don't need more waste cleanup techs. Okay. So now we need to... What's our designs here? We need to design a radiated colony ship with our Warp 3 engines. So this is colony R3. By the way, note that even with the radiated planet, it costs about the same as a normal colony at the beginning of the game. This is the GOG version, the good old games version, for anyone who's curious. Okay, so we'll then send that up there. It's running in DOSBox, yes. Running in DOSBox for anyone who's curious. Okay. So the next thing we need... Wow, we have a lot of text in the percentages, don't we? We could probably get an awful lot from controlled radiated, but let's see if we can get... Let's finish researching these other techs, and then we'll see if we can trade the techs as a bunch. And fortunately, that Clack on Death Fleet moved back this way, so it looks like they're not coming towards me. Actually, it looks like the silicoids are scouting them out. And I do not need to build another one of these ships. So, yeah, if we could just get controlled... if we could get some improved robotics would be really good. DOSBox twice as good as Unobox. Alright. Let's see if they run away or if they could... If they're gonna... Okay, they just ran away. Excellent. They do not get the scout. Fusion drives. Alright. Faster engines. What's available now? Okay. See, this is another reason why I typically do not research range techs. Because oftentimes you're left with a situation where you have to research a range tech anyway to move the tree forward. So like now I have to research range 9. So imagine if I had researched range 8 at the last tier. I would have felt so stupid having to research range 9. So now I have to research range 9. If you want to see what this part of the propulsion tree looks like, where are we? Okay, so the only options were range 5 or range 9 or warp 5. I probably would have taken range 9 over warp 5 here because warp 5 doesn't really do much. Warp 4 is good because it's like the even numbered drives are the strong ones because they increase your in-combat maneuverability. But like to go from warp 4 to warp 5 does very little. So next up, hopefully we'll have warp 6 available. But Stargates are also a really useful tech to have too. And then apparently we'll eventually have to get the high energy focus, although putting it on a small hull is going to be rather useless. But there is some really good stuff later on in the game. Subspace Teleporter is really cool. And Inertial Nullifier is really nasty. That's the Big Daddy version of the Inertial Stabilizer. Combat Transports is really nasty as well. It means that if you haven't researched Subspace Interdictor, then you just have a chance to ignore missile bases completely. It's really broken in the hands of the player. The AI does not use it, thank God, but it's super broken in the hands of the player. It just comes so late in the game, I almost never get to use it. But anyway, there's some really nice toys late in the propulsion part of the tech tree. Anyway, we research range 9. No choice, we have to do it. Alrighty, and what was the other... Oh, we still have 3 more techs in the percentages here, getting ready to pop. So let's discover these, and then maybe we can see if there's any trade bait stuff to go around. Did we get a spying report on the humans? Well, they're allied with everybody. Maybe that's how they're sticking around so far. We do have a council vote coming up in 7 turns. We'll be up against the, whatchamacallit, the Rocks, who still have the most population in this galaxy. Worm's about to max out. Okay. Not bad. And then we'll start building bases. I'll feel a lot safer once we have the planetary shield up over all these worlds. We already have our scatter packs. Yeah, you always get high energy focus. That one's guaranteed. Okay. Yeah, they're really interested in this planet, aren't they? That's why you do need to have some warships to chase off people that are in the air. Okay, I mean, they're scouting out this world too, but I don't really care. Let's see what they have. Alright, well, it's not missiles, because they would have fired them. Oh, no, they do have missiles on there. Okay, so that we know they have Merculites, so they must have Merculites on there. Alright, so, Worm, you're just going to build defenses, like, for a long time. And, wait, where is our... Did I not build the... Did I forget to build this? Oh, my God. I think I queued it up, and then I thought I had already built it, so I stopped production. Okay, well... We'll get that done ASAP. That's pretty dumb. Yes, I do have to build the colony ship to go grab that. That was kind of stupid. Parent brain. Yeah, I canceled it. Okay. Did you guys probably put that in chat earlier? Anyway, we've got 3 checks about to pop here, so let's see what's going on there. Oh, did we get our spying report on the humans yet? Okay, we did. Their tech's really bad, as you would expect. We could always try to take over their planet later, but... I mean, then we get the genocide penalty, so I don't think we want to do that. All right, let's just keep updating our spy reports. And we could probably just do 2 ticks now that we've gotten at least 1 report with everybody. Yeah, we're slightly outdated with the... Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, they got a lot of... They're the ones I don't want to fight. They're the one who have all the scary weapons tech. Again, I'm content to just chill here for the time being. Oh, hello. Apparently the silicoids just scouted this rich planet, so they're probably going to go attack that rich world with the fleet. That's fine with me if they clash with each other. All right. Planetary shield. Excellent. We're going to build the shields everywhere. And we can jump forward to class 5 deflectors, which I'm content with. How many CPU cycles? I have this at 8,000. The default is 3,000. I put it up to 8,000. Okay, so everybody's going to build the planetary shields now. And there's no other ships in range, so we should be able to colonize this for free. And we'll be able to grab that immediately. All right, so you finished, Hawk 2A, you finished that. Everybody else is going to build the shields. Like, literally everyone else is going to build the shields. And this will make us a lot safer against the Klakons who have poor weapons. All right, we still, oh, no one, is anyone, who's still on research right now? Birdbrain, well, if someone's going to stay on research, let's have it be New Zealand because you are not under any threat of getting attacked. And yeah, these techs should be popping any minute now too. Hi Barden, glad you're able to catch the stream. Okay, there's our colony ship. So now Hawk 2A is going to go over to building its own shield. Oh, Hawk 2 apparently also has some MPGs. I don't know quite how that happened. I must have built them and not sent them. Well, that was sloppy of me. But yeah, they're going to hold that. All right, so all these planets are still building their shield. The planetary 5 shield does take a while to build. Do we want to drop force field tech focus? Yes. It's a little too much emphasis on that. Once we get that Omega V-bomb, we can think about maybe going on the offensive. The problem is we're going to have enough tech to fit the Omega V on a small hull, which might require more teching. Probably going to require additional teching. Stratos also has small gunships. Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. We definitely want to put them together. Thanks for catching that. All right. Oh, we need a name for our radiated planet. I'll let the chat think of it. Raven, this is a radiated planet, so that's not bad. Nobody else is speaking up, so Licky, I think you've got Firebird. Firebird would be good if we can get an Inferno world. If we can get an Inferno planet, a Ravenated planet. All right, Ostrich has finished it out. So some of these planets have built their shields. So I want Hawk 2 to finish the shield, but as soon as that's done, I want to send in some population to that planet. Still have these 2 worlds in the percentages too. All right, so you finished building the shield, and you finished building the shield. But like Australia's back to research. Ostrich, I think Ostrich needs a few more bases now that the Klakons are right over here. Yeah, definitely need some more bases. At least their designs shouldn't be able to get through my shielding now. And then we'll be able to do some more research in a little bit. And then Worm should get the shield up too. Did we get a new spying report on these guys? Okay. They haven't really advanced their tech much, so that's good. They don't have any improved robotics techs either, which is nice. Do we have a current report on these guys? Yeah, we have a current report on them, so we'll go check with the Bears instead. Because I think we're slightly out of date with them. How quickly do you use RP? It just starts to decay over time. I mean, it's really easy. As long as you have even like, I think as long as you have like 1 RP going into each field, it doesn't decay. We do have a council vote coming up in just 3 turns. Look at tech. We're very competitive on tech. That's a great sign. And we're not even that far behind in total power, considering we've built no ships at all. Production, we're pretty competitive here for this early in the game. Again, like I said, I'm content to just stay peaceful here until I see a better opportunity. I still think the Klakons are the best opportunity to go after because they're pretty weak in this galaxy. But for right now, I don't want to pick a fight with them right now. Still third in... Well, the thing is, if you're the same... Well, I guess we are a tiny tick behind the Darlocks, aren't we? We're just a tiny tick below them. I mean, I would prefer not to be nominated in this council. I don't think that there's a serious danger of losing the council vote here. Oh, they're actually moving forward? Okay. They've got missiles, so we'll just dodge the missiles. See, we're just able to dodge the missiles there. Now, they obviously have guns on this design, too. Okay. Higher initiative, but okay. I mean, was it worth it? I'm like, was it worth it? Worm needs to get up to like 25 bases. It's very isolated. All right, Hawk 2 finished its shield. So then we're ditto for Stratus and Licky. Birdbrain is very slowly. Birdbrain and Chick are so little. They're just very slowly working on these. All right, yeah, Ostrich and honestly Hawk 2 I should get some more bases too. These are just kind of exposed. Oh, but no, I needed to supply Raven with population. That's right. Okay. Let's get you. Wait, we saw before we could do what? About 14 million without running out. Yeah. And then if Stratos can kick in like another 5 million, which it should easily be able to do. 2 turns of that should max out Raven, and then we'll just terraform it and get it up to size 60. Still have these techs in the percentages. Let's see. How many alliances do the Silicoids? Okay, Bullrathi and Klakons. I don't think Bullrathi and Klakons voting for them is enough for them to win. I don't think so. I don't think that that gets them to 2/3. And then I am looking to trade shortly. What's this? Uh-oh, that's not good. That means they're probably looking to come after me. Now, maybe if the Darlocks are nominated, I can vote for them in the council. That's not a great sign. New Zealand's done its shield. Okay. Oh, well, now we can't trade with them. Definitely time to start looking to try. I was trying to wait until these techs popped, because then they're also trade bait. Improved Space Scanner has pretty good value. All right, well, let's see what we've got in terms of these guys. Concerned about that. I mean, there's literally nothing we can do if he shows up with the design that has lots of Omega Vs. There's nothing we can do about that. Not much we can do about that. But what we can do is try to get the Silicoids into a conflict with them, because they're the other. No, Klakons was not the one I wanted. Forget it. Actually, the Darlocks are not listed there. Okay, never mind. Interesting. I'm surprised they were not listed as an option. Maybe, oh, they must not be in. Maybe they're not even in contact. Well, the Bullrathi then I'm gonna have to try the Bears then. No, even if it's an alliance, they will still agree to it. Okay. They must not be in contact. Okay, none of this stuff is particularly valuable for me. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Alright, again, I only did this because the Darlocks are coming after me. They're allied with the humans. Maybe let's see if we can try to flip the humans on them too. Because the humans, the problem is the humans are allied with a lot of people. So the humans I want to try to... Would our newest fighters... I mean, against a design that had all bombs, sure. But we'd have to build ships. Our missile bases would be no good. Okay. Yeah, nobody likes the Darlocks. That's one of the nice things. Sure, you can have Scatterpack V. I don't care about that. Actually, let's give you the Class 5 Planetary Shield. That might help you survive. I'm like, maybe that helps you survive. Alright. Now, because of that, they might bring the Silicoids in. I'm expecting the Darlocks will rapidly become the pariah of this galaxy, which is what I want. I mean, the Darlocks, everybody has bad relations with them. Competing against Critical Role? I wouldn't say I'm competing against them. Alrighty. I mean, technically... Now, keep in mind, technically, we are still relaxed relations. Officially, we're not at war, but just like... there's a decent chance this fleet's coming my way. Whatever's on these designs. At least it's not that many, but we need to do heavy base. We need to be building bases on all these planets. Because we don't know. And then we need to send more pop up here. Okay. We need to get this Raven planet started. Okay. Well, this will get it pretty much. You know what, Stratos? Why don't you do it? Oh no, you build bases. You need them. I'm definitely concerned about poor Chick, which doesn't have his base done yet. I'd love to go scout out what's on those designs, but I don't think I can fit the battle scanner on a small hole yet. Yeah, I can't fit the battle scanner on a small hole, unfortunately. So I can't know what's on those designs, unfortunately. No, we've just been doing all bird names so far. Or mostly bird names, depending on what struck us. Okay. Alright, well, so far this turn, we didn't see a fleet incoming in our faces, so that's good. Alright, II-6, that's good. We'll make the factories cheaper. Alright. Now, I'm wondering if we have enough pop now to be nominated. I'm kind of hoping we're not. But we are nominated. Okay, we're nominated against the Silicoids. Okay. I don't think the Silicoids are in a position to win off this council vote, though. Alright, that's good. The Darloks abstained, so we should be pretty safe there. Alright, Borathi abstained as well. That's good. Okay, so this is good. We're going to be able to vote for the Silicoids and get a big Diplo bonus with them. Oh, wow, the Silicoids don't appear to be that popular in this galaxy. Nobody voted for them. Alright, so we have 8 votes. We definitely do not have a veto block yet. But the good news is the Silicoids also don't have a veto block. We'd have to get up to, what, 13 votes right now? So that's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, we can vote for them. Liz said you won't play Wingspan with me. We've played Wingspan a lot. I like playing Wingspan. Anyway, okay, so in terms of tech, I think we should go ahead and see what else we can do. Do a big round and see if we can trade for anything. At least our waste cleanup costs are absolutely minuscule now, so that actually is pretty nice. So Raven can start terraforming right now. Yeah, just go ahead and start terraforming, and we'll send another batch of pop up there. Send like 10 million. I think it'll be able to hold about that. We'll do a little bit more. There we go. And we'll regrow that. Okay. Meanwhile, Ostrich is getting some bases up. I think Australia's relatively safe. I think New Zealand's relatively safe. Wingspan's a lot of fun. It's a good game. I like it a lot. Liz and I have played it quite a bit. All right, let's see what we can do. So we survived the council vote. That's good. Did we get a spying report on the Bears? We did. Okay, so let's see if we can go ahead and save just in case I do some kind of catastrophic misclick here. And let's see what we can try to get. So first up, let's look at the Silicoids. What would we want to get from them? Personal deflector shield would be nice. We're about to get improved space scanner, so that would be nice to get. Fusion bomb would not be bad. Merculites, they're not going to trade us inertial stabilizer. I don't think there's much of anything that they'd be willing to trade us, but let's just check in with them and see. I will screenshot what text they have, just so I don't trade them something that fills in a big hole. But oh, by the way, notice that they're all the way up to amiable. Actually, let's see if we can get the non-aggression pact with them now. Because we voted for them in the council, that it's a huge relations bonus. There we go, as expected. Okay. Okay, now there's some decent stuff here. I wouldn't mind getting the fusion bomb in case, like, I have this 90% research, so that's useless to trade for. I'm never going to use death spores. What would they want for this? They want fusion drives. That's warp 4. That is a no. So here's why it's important to look at what the AI has in terms of tech. So like, look at their propulsion tech. They have warp 1 engines. This would take them to warp 4. That's a big no. Big no. That would give them a huge bonus. So that's a forget it. Note that the AI is pretty good at asking for stuff like that. Yep. But that's why it's good to check this stuff. All right. So we just got a spying report on the Bears. Let's cycle this. Let's see. Let's do a quick check on them. Okay. So what would they have that we'd want? EC3, EC Jammer 3, or Battle Computer 4 would be upgrades. That wouldn't be bad. Terraforming plus 30 would be really good, but I doubt they would be willing to trade this. And then maybe one of these weapons techs, maybe. So let's just see if there's anything they would want. Stingers would be nice. They're not going to trade Stingers, though. It's too new of a tech. All right. Fusion Bomb 4. They want fusion drives or controlled radiated. Now, they have sub-light drives, so giving them Warp 4 doesn't really help them that much. Now, it does advance their propulsion tree, but they already have Warp 3. Is it worthwhile to do this? I think it could be, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit antimatter bombs on for a long time. Do they have honey? I think that's worthwhile. I'm not giving them controlled radiated. Besides, they're also not one of the major powers, so I don't mind propping them up a little bit. Okay, fusion bombs will be a big help. Let me just see what I could fit on a ship if I wanted to do a fusion bomber design right now. Just out of curiosity. Okay, so if I wanted to... By the way, we can probably scrap this scout design. I don't think we need scouts anymore. I'll leave the colony ship for right now. Now, does that leave any of these planets without a scout over them? I don't think so. But we should put a scout over this empty planet up here, and then build a single scout too here for this planet. Yes, I was going to see if I wanted to do a small ship with fusion bombs. So we can definitely fit a fusion bomb on right now. But yeah, the bombs tend to be fairly large. Okay, see, we actually can't even fit... We can't even get up to the class 3 maneuverability. Can fit Durloy. Still, and attack level 0 is concerning. Unfortunately, we need like we have battle computer 3, but we can't fit it on the ship right now. So you can see that's why we're going to need more upgrades in some of these fields. Now, once we get the next scanner tech, we could probably fit the computer on once that's the case. And our weapons tech is a little bit low as well. So we can't quite put that design together, but we're getting there. Yeah, the bear scientist makes me laugh. Okay, next up, Clacons. Let's see. Is there anything we could trade for with them? Now, our scouting report is slightly outdated. Excuse me, with them. So we're going to get an update with... you know what? Let's wait until we can get an update with them. The humans are just pathetic. They're not going to trade... See, the AI will never trade their last tech. Their most recent tech, they will never trade. So there's not much we can do there. Let's get the full scouting report with the Clacons. Okay. All right, Chick, you need to be building more bases because I am concerned about that fleet. Worm, you do not need to build more scouts. I just built the one scout one. Okay, Raven, you are terraforming. Very good. You can do... Okay, you need a little bit more pop. Just going to send like 5 million because we can regrow that easily. I'll put the rest in bases. I want to get this planet up to about 10. Stratos, I actually don't think is in that much danger. You can probably go back to research. But Licky, Birdbrain and Chick especially. Ostrich, I want to get you up to at least 10. I would feel better if this Clacon fleet wasn't hovering right here. Do we have the spying report on these guys yet? Nope. They're allied with the Silicoids. Okay, if they pick the Silicoids side in like this big galactic war that's brewing, then that would make it even easier to go after them first. We're still waiting on this scanner tech to pop, aren't we? Uh-oh, what's this? Okay, Empire population. So yeah, we've moved into second behind the Darlocks on population. Poor humans with their one planet. It's kind of sad. Anyway, I really want the scanner tech to pop because then I can see where the enemy ships are going. But, all right. Anyway, Raven is just about done terraforming. Or no, it is completely done terraforming. Never mind. And it needs 5 million more pop. So we'll just send another 5 million so it maxes out. And then it's just going to be working on its factories for some time. Helps that the homeworld's right here. And then the homeworld, once it has 10 bases, can probably go back to defense. Now, Worm is just going to be building bases for quite some time. Oh, hello. We've got the Darlock fleet's moving. I'm hoping that Worm is not the target. This is where it's like you're gonna get out like a little trivia card and measure it on the screen. I think Worm might be the target here, you guys. I think Worm might be the target. In any case, let's start. We'll know as soon as this tech is discovered. We'll know specifically where it's going. But we need to feed the reserve here, so we can double production on that planet just in case. It's not going towards our border region, so that's a plus. Like Worm, obviously we don't want to lose Worm, but it would not be the end of the world if we did. So New Zealand, you need to feed the reserve. That'll give me... How much production does this planet give? That should be almost enough to double it. I don't think I have anything in the reserve. Yeah, I have like nothing in the reserve right now. I probably should have had at least one turn's emergency stuff there. So we'll put you on reserve spending too. And Ostrich, I'll take you off bases for that reason. And Hawk Tua, you can also help out with that next turn. All right, so right now, this ship is, let's see. I usually try to get like a feature on the terrain. Okay, it's just to the northwest of this star here in terms of where it was this turn. But I think it's going for that planet there. Still, if it's going there, it's not going towards our core. Yeah, I think that's headed towards Nest, I think. Hold on. So it was just to the northwest of this star last time. Actually, I actually think it might not be going for Worm. I could take a screenshot. I mean, it's going to be an academic exercise as soon as this tech pops. I'm actually not sure this is going for Worm. It might be headed here because they are at war with the Bullrathi. Or it might be going for Sol. I actually think it's headed for Draka, is my guess. But just to be on the safe side, we're going to start getting some bases up at Worm anyway. Okay. Okay, and I think we have enough that Australia doesn't have to feed the reserve. Now I'm content to keep building bases at Birdbrain and Chick. I'm content to have them continue building bases. Licky, I think, Licky, because that fleet moved away, I'm content to pull you off base building for right now. All right, so Raven's just going to be building factories. I might use some reserve spending here. By the way, where is that Klakon fleet? Is that still hanging around? The Klakons still have this giant fleet down here. I really wish they would go bug somebody else. Pun intended. Yeah, they're not at Worth. Okay, so we got an updated report with them. Let's see if we can trade for anything. If they would trade us for Improved Robotics 3, I'd be willing to give just about anything for that. Because we really need an Improved Robotics tech. Ah, the background stars move. Okay. Background stars move. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Oh, they'd be willing to trade us improved terraforming plus 30. That's another terraforming level. What do they want for that? Okay, enhanced eco. Oh, they want waste cleanup. Okay. They are hurting on waste cleanup tech. So they want either, but let's see. I'm gonna put let me put their screenshot of their text. Okay, so they want either construction tech. Okay, they have reduced industrial waste 80%. So if we give them reduced industrial 60%, it is an increase, but it's not a huge one. And that's definitely worth it to get plus 30 terraforming. That's definitely worthwhile. You guys can see this, right? Yes. Okay. So yeah, we'll trade it. And they're really good at research and construction tech anyway, so that doesn't help them that much. Also, their weapons tech is not advanced, so they still can't crack our bases. That's good to know. I think maybe the heavy ion could do a tiny amount of damage, but the scatter packs can't. Gatling laser can't. Okay. So reduced industrial waste it is. And we've been able to trade for all three of the early terraforming techs to paper over the fact that we were missing them. All right, so that's nice. We'll wait one turn and then we can do the terraforming. Okay. I don't suppose they have improved robotics. No. II-7, I don't think we really need. What would they want for that, just out of curiosity? No. Okay, but we got a really crucial tech from them. Okay, well, as I said, we'll do the terraforming next turn. So that was really helpful. And now we should check in with the humans. What's our spy report on these guys? It's a little outdated. Okay, well, we'll just see if there's anything anything that we can get from them that might be useful. They're so pathetic. Weapons tech is good. Sure. You know what? You want a terraforming plus 20? Sure. How about controlled tundra environments? Sure. Have at it. This will bump up our weapons tech level by 1, so it's not bad. I mean, these guys are so pathetic. Okay. All right. So, ignoring the background stars, this was like... Oh, well, if they are going for that planet, we can also move the MPGs up there. 2 turns. So they're like just northwest of this empty star here. Also, we should put a ship on the empty star. They're like just to the northwest or northeast of this. The humans are a research subsidiary of Valkyrie Inc. I mean, hopefully we'll just pop the stupid tech and then we can see where the heck they're going. Alright, now we don't have to guess anymore. Well, no choice here. So this is bad. No improved robotics 3 or 4. That's pretty bad. Still being on robotics 2 at this point is... But like hardly any of the AIs seem to have improved robotics. Only the Klakons seem to have it. Alright, well... That answers that question. I was hoping they were going further north, but that is not the case. I guess we're about to find out what's on those planets. Okay, so we're going to send our neutron MPGs forward. That's the only attack that's incoming. At least we've got some warning. So we'll go ahead and make sure that we're getting... I will not terraform Worm. I'm going to have to pour everything into bases here. If they have the most recent weapons that are... If they have the most recent weapons that the Darloks can field, I don't have much chance of holding this. Just depends what's on those ships. That said, some of those ships might be kind of outdated. The only problem is they've had like Omega V-Bomb for a long time now. So, yeah, I mean, it's not a critical planet or anything for me, but I would prefer to hold it if possible. We just have to see. It's really what's on this Viper design. 35 larges is a lot. How much shielding do these guys have? Just out of curiosity. Class 4 deflectors. I mean, if they only have like Class 1 or Class 2 shields, though, the scatter packs do hit pretty hard. So, could be worse. Anyway. Oh, also, I don't really care what techs the humans have. I need to keep up to date on the Darloks. It's much more important. We did have a question about Civ 7. Are you interested to see what Civ 7 is like? So I am. Liz already purchased Civ 7 for me as a gift. So I will be playing Civ 7, and I'll be streaming it. So you'll get to see some Civ 7 on stream. I don't want to be too pessimistic, but I actually am not. Have not liked what I've seen thus far of Civ 7, unfortunately. But I will try to give it a fair shake. I don't want to prejudice it too much. Fortunately, these planets down here do not seem like they're coming under attack. It's only 40 BC to terraform, by the way. Chick will finally be up to size 40 now. It's also a little bit annoying that we've had to terraform. We've had to do the plus 10 terraforming, then the plus 20, then the plus 30. But I mean, we had so many small worlds that the terraforming has really helped a lot. New Zealand, I will keep feeding the reserve. Oh wait, someone has to do research too, don't they? Okay. You know what, Australia, you do some research for us. Our NPC stack did one-shot a Viper. That's true. That's true, but they have 30 of them. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to depend, right? In terms of like multiplayer, it's just going to depend. All right, now that we can see where ships are going, I'm curious, like, where the heck are some of these ships going? So the Klakons continue to keep this big fleet of ships over here that cannot break the shields I have. All right. We might be able to hold this. It all depends. If there's like a billion Omega Vs, it's going to be tricky. Because Omega Vs are going to shred through whatever I've got. But the MPGs should be able to help. All right, so Hawk 2 already maxed factories. Stratos maxed factories. I actually should have put some more in the reserve, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. So Hawk 2 just needs to regrow pop. And then it can go over to research. Okay. Just do these planets one at a time. Stratos, you also maxed factories, didn't you? Yes, yes you did. So remax your pop and then go from there. Licky, you did not max factories, although you're one factory off, so I think that you can handle that without too much trouble. That should do it. Chick, you probably need a little more help on your factories. Yeah, you need 14 more Poor little Chick. This planet's so small. It's just a wee little baby Chick. You remaxed your factories. So you just need to regrow the pop now from terraforming. And Australia, you did the terraforming, but you didn't build the factories. So let's do that. Actually, you can probably do that. And then you need to... Oh, you're still feeding the reserve. Let's do the actual terraforming, though, this turn. Okay, because we did get a little bit of extra. Okay, and then now up here to Worm, which I'm continuing to feed each turn. No, yeah. So we should be able to get about 20 bases by the time they get there. And that's not nothing. Not nothing. But we won't be able to get any other like improvements to the bases before then. Probably don't need to save it quite as often as I'm doing, but it's just a habit. Yeah, no one is, believe me, nobody came to me asking me to sponsor to do a review. I could not do one of those reviews because I wouldn't sugarcoat it. And like that's how you get to be one of those streamers. Is part of the prerequisite for doing that is you got to do a lot of like glad handing and like a lot of fluffing up the developers. If they know you're going to say something negative, they won't send you a copy ahead of time. And I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll love Civ 7. I might really love Civ 7. It's possible. I've just been watching some of the playthroughs and there's a lot of stuff I do not like that I'm seeing. So yeah. Probably not going to have that happen, but it's fine. Again, I understand how the game works. The people that like make content for YouTube, it's their living. They can't afford to burn bridges with people like that. But one of the advantages of me is like this is just a hobby. I have no monetary investment in anything that I say on stream, so I can be as honest as I want. Liz says he won't even play the games I make. That's unfair. Liz, come on. I have said I will do some of your games on stream at some point. The plastic pipeline, the fiscal ship. All right, so New Zealand's going to finish growing its pop down here. All right, Hawk Tua, okay. Remaxed, okay. And Licky remaxed as well. Ostrich. Okay. So a lot of these planets remaxed here. Now, I will say one thing is our waste cleanup costs are like non-existent. So it's pretty nice that we're not wasting on that. All right. So Worm is still the only planet that's being focused. I just want to check in on my other worlds to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Raven is building. If I didn't have Worm under attack, I'd probably start reserve spending here to double factory construction. I just really, really wish I could get up to improve robotics 3 or 4, because the fact that I can't get a higher factory count is holding back these planets. All right, Bird Brain. You never actually terraformed? Okay, well, let's do that. I forgot I must have continued building bases here. Okay, this will be enough to terraform you. You don't appear to be coming under immediate attack. And we already know what's on those Vipers. It's missiles. Okay, Chick needs one more factory, so I think it can do that, and then that should be enough to finish that. All right, Licky, you're fully terraformed, right? Yeah. You guys are all done terraforming. All right, Australia's just growing the remaining pop. It did do the factories already. And then New Zealand is also just growing the pop. Okay. So yeah, that definitely helped. Our tech levels are pretty good here. Now, Worm, did I do the reserve spending this turn? I don't think I did. And we're going to need There we go. Okay, now we still have one more turn until it gets here, right? Yeah, we still have another turn, so we need another turn to feed the reserve. So Hawk 2, you can do that. You're not doing anything important this turn. Oh, look at this. Do you see the upgrade? The rare upgrade message? Look at that, the rare upgrade message. Yeah, so I'd have to upgrade those bases. But for right now, we'll feed the reserve, and we'll get another turn here. All right, did we get an updated spy report on these guys? Now, look, now they're at war with everybody except the silicoids. Oh no, they're at war with the silicoids too. So the Darlocks are at war with literally everyone right now. Because the interface can only show 3 wars at a time. So literally everyone is at war with them right now. They are very, very unpopular. So hopefully that'll keep the heat off me. Again, we're still not actually at war. I want to be clear. We're still not actually at war. We're still trading. Our relations are still relaxed. But hopefully I can chase them off, get them to fight with somebody else. And then what I'd really like to do is go snipe up these Clacons. But I need to advance my tech a little bit more before that. Oh, Charlie's liking the stream? That's good. That's good. I'm glad he's snoozing away there. Okay. All right, so Chick is finished its factories. Now I can go back to building bases. All right, New Zealand remaxed. Australia remaxed. Oh, wait, Australia apparently came up 1 pop short. Now it'll remax next turn. Okay, so our tech is coming along nicely. This antimatter bomb is going to advance our weapons tech well. You know what I need to do? I need to do a little bit more. My force field tech is lagging. I need to allocate just a tiny bit more to that from every field. Not planetology. Planetology is too important. But because the Alcaria are rated poor in force field tech, it's unsurprising that that's lagging a bit. Okay. All right. Transfer here. There we go. Double our production. Looks like we can get 3 bases out, so I can get 4. No, that was unlikely. Looks like we actually did the terraforming in this process too. So we're going to have 21 bases here to hold this planet. And I think I'll keep feeding the reserve. Let's put you on research, and then we'll have New Zealand feed the reserve. And then I'll use the extra reserve spending on Raven to get its factories max fit. Oh, we can also terraform this planet, can't we? We should have been doing that. I forgot I never terraformed this planet. Okay. Oops. Well, we'll terraform it. And then that'll let me send... So that'll do the terraforming, and then we'll... Did I ever terraform this planet? Yeah, I did. I terraformed it from 40 to 60. And then this will get it to 70. And here comes the next 10 million. Will come in a turn behind from Hawk 2. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then we regrow all the pop. Okay. Let's see if we can hold this. Again, it just depends on what's on those designs. I don't know what is on their ship designs. Yeah, the terraforming plus 30 was extra. No, okay, so the terraform Barden's comment was worth an extra 3 council votes. It's not worth an extra 3. It's worth about an extra 1 vote. It's every 100 pop gets you a council vote. So I have what, about 10 planets, plus 10 on I was already at plus 20. So to go from plus 20 to plus 30 gets me about 1 extra council vote overall. Should have built a lot of MPGs on those planets and sent them. Potentially. It's too late to do that now, though. Too late to do that now. Potentially, yes, that would have been a good move. Again, I could have responded better to this threat if I'd known what was on these planets. Okay. So what do we have to worry about? No Omega Vs. That's really good. Merculites, which will just fire and then be used up. Hard beam. Okay. So that is the hard beam. Low shielding on a lot of these designs, too. How much damage does the hard beam do? It does not get cut in half against missile bases. I can't remember how much the hard beam does. Where's hard beam on here? Okay. Okay, the hard beam is their best weapon because that does 8 to 12. And unlike normal laser, which gets cut in half against shields, it does not get cut in half against shields. So it just does the straight up 8 to 12. We have 8 points of shielding. So we block most of that, but not all of that. So the hard beam is probably the biggest thing we have to be concerned with here. I'll put this back on. All right, yeah, because this this design has 4 hard beams, so we need to shoot at this. It's unfortunate that it has anti-missiles. Unfortunate it has also attack level 6. That's kind of scary too. The Deathwind has fusion bombs on it, so that's a little concerning. Also has anti-missiles. And this has fusion bombs, but there's only 5 ships in this stack. Yeah, the Vipers are what we've got to go after. That's the scary one. That's the scary one. The Deathwind is also concerning, but there's only 1 Deathwind. So I'm not as concerned about that. Yeah, poor shielding, thankfully. Anti-missiles are a little annoying, but poor shielding means that this is very susceptible to getting hit by the scatter packs. Okay, so we're going to focus that Viper stack first. That's the most dangerous one. This is irrelevant. This will just shoot missiles and run away. And this one does have the fusion bombs, so I might fire a shot at that just because the fusion bombs are kind of dangerous. But this is attack level 2. This is attack level 6. This is much scarier. This is such a low attack level, it's not going to do that much. My planet has missile defense 3 from those ECM levels I got. 8 points of shielding. We do have the upgraded... we do have Duralloy armor, so we have 75 health instead of 50. And we have attack level 4, which is not bad. But anyway, we have to focus this stack as mentioned. Oh, hopefully we can get some of these missiles to go through the asteroids. We're going to just fire at this stack. We should be able to dodge some of these missiles. Ah. Did a number. Okay, that was a really good first volley, though. The fact that we killed 7 ships immediately makes me feel a lot better here. Okay, and they're out of Merculates after this, too. They fired all their Mercs after that initial go. And so, like, most of those missiles did not hit us. They are also, of course, trying to use the missiles. This is just going to go through the missiles. Do I want to fire at this stack for the next? No. No, it's still got to be this. Now we're going to come over here and try to get a shot or 2 off. So I'm glad I relied on the bases and not the MPGs, because the MPGs are not doing great in this fight. But they did buy time. Alright, we took out that stack. Now I think we take out this stack next. That was the dangerous stack. Okay. So they both... Yeah, we have to take out this because they've got a lot of fusion bombs. And this has anti-missiles on it. Shoot at the smaller stack next. Alright, that's gone. Looks like we should hold the planet, though. One more volley should do it. Not too bad. Not too bad. We held off, yeah, we held off kind of a nasty fleet, but we held it off. Good stuff. Yeah, the hard beams just annihilated that. The thing there was their attack level was really high. So it was a high enough attack level that they were able to kind of punch through our Alkari maneuverability. But now that we know what's on them, that is a survivable threat, basically. Okay, we apparently remaxed a whole bunch of planets. That's a survivable threat. And like, we just fought off 30 of them, so the fact that there's 6 of them there is not as concerning. Now, was that the ship I killed at the end of the fighting? I think it was. Or was it a Deathwind? I think this is a new design. I think this King Cobra is a new design. Alright, so here's like their other fleet. Again, that Scorpion design was not very scary. Yeah, we're still not even at war. So hopefully they'll dial us up and at some point soon they'll ask for peace. Okay. We're just gonna keep rotating around to keep calm. Keep current info on everyone. Alright, so we do have a little cleanup to do here at this planet. Because they did some damage. We do need to build more factories. But yeah, we were able to hold off against that current level of threat that they could muster. So that's great. Alright, now Raven. Already up to, wow, already up to 20 per turn. That's nice. 20 bases per turn. Or 20 factories per turn, excuse me. Look at that, 40 factories. Yeah, we'll max this planet out pretty fast. It can only build 140 factories right now. because we still don't have the stupid improved robotics tech. Chick has 8 bases. Okay. And again, no one is currently trying to attack us, so on we go. We need to pop this tech. If we pop this tech, we could actually think about fighting. But I would really need to get peace. I would really need to get the Darlocks to back off. Because like I need the Darlocks to back off to create space to maybe go after the Klakons. Okay, well, Worm finished its factories. Okay, so let's get the pop regrown. And, oh no, we then more bases. Let's get to 25 and then we'll go from there. Yep, we're not currently being attacked. No one's messing with us. That's good. Yeah, we actually have quite a bit of trade ongoing. Still trading with the Darlocks, amazingly. Maybe let's get a higher trade agreement with the Bears. A fan of trying to take Nazin? Maybe. Oh wait, whoops, this actually was not what I was looking for. I wanted to increase my trade agreement. Well, let's see if we can get this for something cheap. Honestly, if you want the neutron pellet gun at this point, sure. Not too concerned about that right now. I need to bump up my weapons tech level a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we'll dial up our trade agreement. Yeah, we have non-aggression pacts with almost everybody. Bill Nye the Science Bear. Okay, so now we gotta... That was a pretty big increase to our trade. Look at this. We're actually making quite a bit. Look, so like we get 2,500 income from planets. We get another 500 from trade. It's very rare for me to have a game where I'm making this much in trade. The only time that happens is if you get a peaceful game, which doesn't happen that often. Because, like, look, this is what the planet produces in terms of its own production, and this is what it gets after factoring in maintenance costs. Normally, this is lower, but this is actually higher because we have all that trading coming. So, like, trade can help you quite a bit. It's just rare. All right. Raven. There we go. So this is going to max out its factories. Yeah, okay. I guess at this point I don't really have to keep doing reserve spending. Yeah, Bird Brain's up to... Once we get to 15 whatchamacallit, bases, I think I'm content to stop base building there for a little bit. Now, of course, it's not enough just to sit in the corner. At some point, we do actually have to go on the offensive, because we can't win the game just with the planets we have in the corner here. Yeah, all right. Back to building bases for you, Worm. Remember, hit F8 every single turn to check if you're being attacked. And also want to get a notion of like where the AI's big fleets are. The poor humans just have soul. Those poor humans. There's still a huge Klakon fleet. I really wish the Klakons would go somewhere else. I don't want to fight their fleet. Not yet, at least. Anyway, we got an update on the Borathi. They now have Megabolt Cannon. They also have Personal Absorption Shield, so invading them is probably not going to be easy. Not that we're looking to do that. Let's get an update on these guys. And we'll need an update on the Silicoid. Actually, we should probably do the Silicoids first. Just trying to keep up to date. So at the very least, I need to be able to fit a bomb onto a small ship. That like, and I'd prefer it to be the antimatter bomb if possible. It would also be nice to fight a better weapon than the MPG to put on a small hull. If I could get something better than that, would also be really nice. But we have to fit at least something on there. Now we can technically fit a fusion bomb on right now, but it's a little dicey because we couldn't fit anything that increases the attack level on there. And like with no attack level, it's not going to be great. All right, Birdbrain, yeah, you build that 15th missile base, and then Chick, you'll get up to 10, and then I think I'll stop there. Also, the obvious place to attack is right here at Incendius, but as long as this giant Klakon fleet is right here, it's a little tricky. Because they have like 100 large ships over there. Even with bad weapons, that could be a problem. Because I can't build like an auto-repair huge ship to just sit there and tank their damage. Oh, hello, what's this? Oh, here we go. Okay, well, I'm confident we can handle that. I'll just have Stratos build bases on its own. We don't have to do reserve spending for that. We're fine. Like, Raven's going to have its own setup. Okay, so Birdbrain, you can now contribute research, and Chick can also do that. All right, New Zealand, you can also go over to research. So we just increased our spending, research spending in a big way. Again, kind of just chilling here, but we just need higher tech levels to be able to start attacking because we need to be able to fit this stuff on a small hull. Worm should be safe for the time being. I am glad that I saw this attack coming before, like, I even hit F8. I was like, wait, what's this? All right, Raven, you need to get up to, I don't know, 10-ish bases to be as like a baseline. All right, did we get a report on the silicoids? We did. Okay, now them having that many alliances is a bit of a concern. But if the Darlocks vote for me in the council, they won't vote for the silicoids in the council. And I think between myself and the Darlocks, we have 1/3 of the population in this galaxy. I'd like it if the Klakons dropped out of that alliance with them, if possible. Let's get the Klakon update. It's just like the only people I could realistically attack, or I could attack the Darlocks, but I don't know. What shielding do they have again? Do I have a current report on that? Okay, well, their shielding is terrible. Their shielding is really bad, and they only have scatter packs. If we could get past scatter, we actually, you know, their fleet is decently strong, but their actual ground defenses are pretty terrible. So, yeah, could actually look to. You're right. I actually could look to go after Nazin, maybe, if they continue being the pariah of the galaxy. Now, here's the problem. If I declare war, if I actually attack the Darlock, they will vote for the silicoid, and then that would probably lose me the game. So I have to be careful about that, too. At least the silicoids have not gotten any bigger. They're still on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're still on 12 planets. Maybe we should reinforce with MPGs. What MPGs? They all died. They all died in that last fight. Otherwise, I would. But again, this is not a scary fleet. I'm not really concerned about this. We can get up to like 10. We'll be up to like 10 to 12 bases by the time they get there. And then that'll be more than enough to shoot down those ships. I'm not concerned. It's just 6 of them. If it were more, I'd be more concerned. But we'll be okay. And don't forget, I have a scout. So, you know, I have a scout there too. Produce them? No. Again, if I'm concerned, I'll build some, but I'm really not that worried right now. Still have some pretty quiet turns here. Trying to get an updated scout on reporting these guys. I would really like to get the improved robotics from these guys, but they have not wanted to trade it. All right. So see, this does 10 to 40 damage against bases, against planets. So it's really good at hitting bases. But of course, it doesn't do anything in ship-to-ship combat. Okay, so now we would definitely like a weapon. Unfortunately, the only options to move the tree forward are Ion Stream or Omega V. I was, again, hoping that like Mega Bolt Cannon would be there. It is not, though. So we just did 2 bombs. I don't think we need Omega V, so it's gonna have to be Ion Stream Projector. This is good against small ships, but it's not really what we want. We kind of do need a gun of some kind. All right, let's see what we can put on a small ship now that we have that increased design. All right, so we have 52 space available. So we cannot fit the Omega V bomb just yet, unfortunately, which is not shocking to me. But once we get more tech levels and more construction levels, we'll be able to fit it. But we can now put other stuff on here. So we can get the Warp 3, and then what we'd really want is a better computer. So like this is actually a pretty effective bomber. Oh, we want Durloy, of course. This is a pretty effective bomber. It only has 1 fusion bomb, but it has combat speed 3. So it moves 3 tiles in combat. It's got attack level 2. Again, we'd prefer a little bit better, but that's not bad. Only costs 16 BC as well. So, you know, we can build an awful lot of these if we want to. But the problem is I need some kind of a weapon, some kind of a ship that can actually fight in combat. What if I were to design... Hold on. What if we scrap this? We still have those laser ships that we can certainly get rid of. Design. What could we build in terms of MPGs if we were to do that? So we can fit 2 of them on here. Let's see. Durloy. We need... Okay, well, if we can't... Looks like we can't fit 2 of them if we want to put other goodies on here. Because we definitely want the extra speed. It's very worthwhile. Specials. Okay, not reserve fuel tanks. We don't need that. So we definitely need a better computer so we can actually hit things. I mean, like, this is not terrible, right? This is not terrible. We could probably scrap the lasers, but they're not really costing us much. Well, I mean, I'd like to put on a shield, but the thing is, when you're using small ships like this, you're kind of relying on the maneuverability for defense. It's actually more important to put a computer on here than it is to put a shield on here. So if we have to ship out, I mean, I wouldn't mind putting one on here, but like the first thing is we got to get the weapon. Then we want Duralloy, so that's does that actually change the hit points? Yeah, 4 hit points instead of 3. And then we need the engine and maneuverability, and then we need the attack level so we can actually hit things. So we kind of rely on being small and maneuverable for defense. And the fact that each shot can only kill 1 ship. Well, 1 more hit point. I mean, it's not a lot, but look what it costs. It takes up the same amount of space. It costs 1 extra. I mean, that's worthwhile for going from 3 up to 4 hit points. Is it worth going for inertial stabilizer? Possibly. Inertial stabilizer is pretty cheap. We could consider backtracking for that too. Anyway, so that's a design we could consider building. And I think I have... Yeah, so that's a design we could think about doing. 30% increase, yeah. No, stabilizers are pretty good. We might want to backtrack for them. Again, I'm just content. Like, I'm content to just hang out here for right now. I know it might not like be as exciting for streaming purposes, but like we're actually getting we're getting crazy trade income. We have good relations with almost everybody. Like, there's not, I don't feel like a lot of pressure to like get moving here. I think we're actually in a pretty good situation. Who's the one that I think we need a Darlax update. Yeah. It's like, I'm content. Oh, we might be able to, so like we're back up to relaxed with them right now. Back to relaxed relations with them. They might be willing to just leave us alone for the time being. I just want to be in a position where I can deal with these guys. But you know, their shielding is so bad, we might actually be in that position right now because their shielding is so terrible. Well, I am still trading. Our trade never went away, which is the funny thing. Our trade never went away. So let me just look here. What is there on the horizon? Is there anything on the horizon that would make me want... we will get more space on our hull if we can. Why don't I do this? I'm going to do a round of tech. I'm going to discover all these techs because this will give me more space on the ships. And well, the atmospheric terraforming won't do a lot. And okay, this isn't going to do a lot either, but the construction tech will actually let me fit a lot more on the hull. And then we can actually get these techs relatively quickly. We're getting 2200 BC a turn. That's actually a lot. Let me get these. And then I think we will be in a position where we can put some of these ships in play and look to go after the Klakons. I think that'll also get us through the next council vote too. What turn is it? Yeah, we're 11 turns from a council vote. I think that's the time to make a move is after that council vote takes place, which will probably be in our next stream, honestly. Yeah, propulsion does help for space and ships. That's true. It actually does help. So that'll help as well. But I don't feel the need, like sometimes I feel like a lot of pressure to get moving and like I don't feel that right now. I think we're in a good situation just right here. And like the Klakons, maybe they'll even move their giant fleet somewhere else. This fleet that's been hanging here forever. The only thing, I mean, like their weapons are really sad. We just need to get, if we could actually fit that class 5 shield on a gunship, that would actually help, but I don't know that I can do that. This is where playing the small ships actually hurts a little bit. I could probably like capture Incendius, but unless this fleet moves away, I'm not going to be able to hold it, because there's no way I can hold in fleet-to-fleet combat against that. Not in the immediate future. Like, they can't crack my bases, but... yeah. Anyway, so Raven's building bases, and Worm... Okay, Worm is... It's going to hit 25 bases, and I'm content to stop there. Next turn. Yeah, we're filling up the light bulbs very quickly. But I would feel better if this fleet moved somewhere else. They're just the logical ones to attack. I mean, I guess the Darlocks are not the worst ones to attack either, but then they'd vote against me in the council, so that's the concern there. Anyway, we'll have 14 bases. That should be plenty. Worm, I think, can stop building bases for the time being. And those light bulbs are just going to keep filling up because we're at like 2,500 beakers per turn. Yeah. 2,500 small ships. I mean, that sounds bad, but like based on what they have in terms of tech, they probably have ion cannons on them, which is not going to do anything in a ship-to-ship combat. Anyway, we could talk to these guys and see if they want to sign a non-aggression pact. I mean, they're xenophobes, so it's hard to have good relations with them, but we can at least try. Okay. Well, battle suits might be nice to get. What do they want for that? Enhanced eco restoration. I wish I'd screenshotted their tech before this. I can't remember whether they have. I think that's okay. I actually don't mind this. It improves my ground combat. I actually have like almost nothing in terms of stuff that helps ground combat. So I think that's worthwhile. And it improves construction tech level too. Okay, and then they left again. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, they already had improved eco restoration, so enhanced eco doesn't really help them that much. It's like a very minor boost. All right, I think it's been a while since we got this. Well, we're not that far out of date. We'll get a human update because these guys are so sad. How long until the next council vote? 9 turns. And these guys, okay, these guys have a lot of alliances. So as I said, I really think I cannot flip the Darlocks into an enemy right now because they'll vote against me and the game will be over. I do not have a 1/3 veto block yet. Not yet. All right, so here's that attack. Again, we know it's on this design. Hard beam and Merculites. Yeah, that's why I didn't think I had to build MPGs. All right, where are we? Look at this. We're actually up to 4th in tech. That's not bad. All the way up to 4th. We're actually ahead of the Klakons in tech. That's pretty cool. All right. So yeah, we're just kind of still teching along. Just kind of waiting. These light bulbs are almost full, and then maybe we'll see. Sorry it's not as exciting as on a stream as like a death struggle, but like sometimes it's fun just to play this game and just kind of chill. All right, so you can stop building more bases, Stratos. What do they have lurking up here? Okay, they do have a new design, that Cobra. I don't know what's on that design, but it looks like their rally point is not down there by Nazin right now. Looks like their rally point is up here. Oh, hello. They gained space superiority over Sol. Uh-oh. This might be it for the humans. Let's see if we can this might be it for the humans because they no longer control their own. They no longer control the space over their own home planet. Let's see if we can. Whatever. It's a fire sale. All techs must go. Here, plus 20 terraforming. I think we actually have all of their techs at this point. Yeah. Oh well. I was gonna say maybe we could steal one of those techs, but I don't want them to catch me stealing tech and then declare war and then potentially cause problems. So we'll just leave them alone for right now. Tell our merchants to loot and pillage on the way out. I know, seriously, right? What's Raven up to? Okay, Raven's almost up to 10 bases, which is what I was targeting there. That Klakon fleet just will not move away from Danubius. Still hanging out there. Still don't have a weapon. The only weapon they have now is Fusion Beam, but like we almost have enough shielding to stop that. We have enough to stop the we're up to 2,700 beakers per turn. That is a lot for this stage of the game. Now imagine if we had a Robotics 3. Unfortunately, we missed Robotics 3 and Robotics 4. That would be the biggest reason to go after the Klakons, would be to try to get their Robotics 3 and 4, which they will not trade at the moment. All right, well, look, a lot of the alliances were broken here, so that's good. We're actually really competitive in tech. Not even that far off in total power. The poor humans, though. Are they getting invaded? Do they have transports? Yep, here comes transports incoming. But it looks like they were able to clear their the skies above their planet. So maybe they'll be able to hold there. You could say, why not jump in there and invade? But I'd get the genocide penalty if I took them out. Yeah, so I don't want to do that. Anyway, the Silicoids losing those alliances are very nice. 7 more turns until the next election. I'm just like shocked at how peaceful the game's been. Okay, well, this is annoying. Although, actually, hold on. This is actually not the worst thing. Okay, so what this happens is the planet becomes radiated, but we're about to discover atmospheric terraforming, so we'll be able to terraform it back into non-radiated after this. I believe the population actually goes up if you do that. We can't. It says terraform, but we can't actually terraform it this turn. That's funny. So as far as bad events going, they could have been a heck of a lot worse. I think that we'll just be able to clean that up next turn if I remember how this works. Will the humans be able to survive? Oh, the humans, they reestablished control of their planet, although I don't know if they have anything that can fight this off. 57 transports. Well, I guess we're about to see how the ground combat works there. So, yeah. Let's see. Yep, those transports are incoming. Are we getting attacked? Oh, hello. We are getting attacked. Okay. I guess they did want to keep going. So Raven doesn't need any more bases. Birdbrain, though. Now, we don't... I'm not too concerned. This is only 9 larges. I think we should be able to handle that. But we don't know what's on the Cobra design yet. So that could be a cause for concern. So I will feed the reserve there. All right. Ostriches, you can see its planet size dropped down a bit because of the radiation. But we'll be able to clean that up. Meanwhile, New Zealand, you're going to feed the reserve. Birdbrain, you're going to make sure to double your production. You get 3 bases the first turn. That's nice. So we should be able to have right around 25 bases. Yeah, Cobra's the new design. I don't know what's on that yet. At least they can't have like class 6 deflectors. So at least my missiles can damage it through that. All right, well, we got a spying report on these guys. Wow, their tech kind of sucks too. They haven't advanced their tech like at all in ages. That's a good sign. Yeah, the AI is not teching that great. Look at this. We now have 4 different techs in the percentages. Discovering the class 5 deflectors would help a lot too, because then we'd have 10 points of shielding as opposed to 8. That is a nice little jump there. All right, well, again, that's why you want to make sure to check your scanners every turn, just because I don't know if I would have spotted that. Actually, I think I did spot that. Okay, I6. Okay, range 9. Give me some better construction tech, man. Oh, man. If you want to see the tech tree, let's pull up the construction tech tree just so you can see what we've got there. This is not the pull. I need some better armor. I can't get this armor. All right, so... we took Duralloy, right? And then we took reduced industrial waste 60%. And then we took II6. Now here we have to take... oh, man, I would so much prefer to have either II5 or... wait, no, I just got II6, so never mind. I don't need II5, but armored exoskeleton would have been nice. Problem is we're still working with Duralloy. Hopefully Andrium will be available at the next tech level. But we just do not need waste cleanup at all. So this does nothing for me. I just don't need waste cleanup. Oops, let me put this back on so you can see. But there's no other choice. Okay, ion drives. Again, no choice. So there's less need to go back and get inertial stabilizer because we can get ion drives, which lets us move 4 tiles in combat. And there's really no need to move faster than 4 tiles. If you can move 4 tiles in combat, you can move next to the planet on the first turn. Like if you have a bomber, you can immediately reach the planet. And that's really all you need. So, okay, ion drives will be nice when we can get that. All right, now we have force fields and planetology getting ready to pop too. Hold on, let me minimize this and this. Okay. Let's see. It's almost never worthwhile to go back and research a tech just to add +1 to your tech score. It's almost never worthwhile to do that. It's more valuable to go back and push further down the tree faster. Like, it's worthwhile to trade for older techs to get the +1, but actually research them, I have found not to be worthwhile. Yeah, 3 moves also get you in range for high energy focus. Now, that's not going to be useful in this game because we're not going to be able to fit the high energy focus on small holes, but still can be good. All right, so if we were to design these ships, right? Let's see what we can do now that we just got more hull space for construction. Or actually, I think does it take 1 turn before that kicks in? I think it sometimes takes 1 turn before that kicks in. Is the Klakon fleet still hanging out over here? Yes. They're building even more daggers. Oh, okay. So here's the radiated planet. Yeah, so it lost a lot of... So it went down to 77 planet size. But again, we're about to get controlled radiated. We got to regrow the population here. So once we do that, it'll actually terraform to a larger size than it was originally, if I remember how this works. So that's kind of silly. Yeah, we're the ones who are supposed to spam small ships. Hopefully we'll get that planetology tech shortly. Okay, other than that, we look pretty good. Okay, there we go, atmospheric terraforming. So it costs 200 BC, turns hostile environments into normal ones. The lower hostile classes just become normal environments. They're no longer hostile. Hostile is half population growth. But like the lower habitability tiers, like toxic and radiated, they actually increase in size when you get this. So we're definitely going to do that. Ah, look what we have. Advanced soil. Yes, that's what we wanted. We just jumped forward to advanced soil enrichment. And so we bypass soil enrichment, which is a big thing to bypass, but advanced soil is even better. So we'll be able to deploy this on every planet because the atmospheric terraforming means our hostile planets become normal, and then this will convert them all into Gaias, which doubles population growth, increases base size by 50%. It's a little bit less good on this map because so many of our planets are small in size, because like a base 20 planet only goes up to base 30 from this, but on our big planets, this will be very, very nice. So we'll definitely take that. And then the other thing we need is we just need more plus terraforming, like just the raw numbers on terraforming. So if you want to see, let me just pop the tech tree. So here's where we are right now. Advanced soil enrichment. So we have not had a single terraforming plus in our tech tree. We missed +10, it wasn't there. We missed +20, not there. +30, not there. +40, not there. +50, not there. Still, it could have been worse. Instead of advanced soil enrichment, they could have just had Doom Virus to advance the tree, which would be useless. But hopefully +60 will be available at the next tier. And if it's not, then maybe +80 is available at the next tier. And if everything's missing, +120 is guaranteed to be in your tree. If you go all the way to the end of the tree, it is guaranteed to be there. So yeah. If you want to play super passively, you can just sometimes tech all the way to the end of the tree and then research that. But it's rare for my games to get that long, to last that long. All right, so we need to do atmospheric terraforming. We also need to remember to do the reserve spending here at Big Brain. Okay, looks like it'll be at 24 bases. I think that's plenty to stop this. It would also be helpful if this tech popped, but we'll see. Okay. So, atmospheric terraforming costs 200 BC. Will not have much of an effect here at Worm. It just will turn it from barren to minimal. Raven, though, will have a large effect. It should go up to like size 90 or 100, because it should gain. It either gains +20 or +30 to the base size. So that's going to make Raven one of my better planets. Now, what other hostile planets do I have? Desert obviously doesn't need to be terraformed. Steppe, no. Barren, okay. So Licky will benefit as well. Although it'll just go to a minimal world. Nothing more. So there's no factories to build. Okay. Well, the Chick can't even terraform in 1 turn, but we will work on it. And then I think all of these are normal. Oh, and that's right. Ostrich is no longer radiated. It's now... Well, now it's radiated, so we need to do the terraforming here. Fortunately, the factories, by the way, are still here. So we still have the 190 factories. So that's a reminder that this was size 95, but I think it's going to be slightly bigger after we're done. And then you're feeding the reserve. Okay. So some of our planets can terraform. Are we getting attacked anywhere other than Big Bird or Big Brain? Licky got accidentally swapped to ships. Okay, thanks for that. Yep, that's right. Okay. At least we'll find out what's on this design here. Missiles. Okay, now this design's more scary. It has megavolt cannon and Omega Vs. That's very concerning. If they build huge numbers of these, we're in some trouble because the Omega Vs are nasty. And the megavolt cannon's pretty strong too. Although I believe once we upgrade our shielding, the megavolt cannon we're defended against. Also it's attack level 7. So yeah, those bombs would hit super hard. But we have more than enough to deal with that here. And it has anti-missiles on there too, which is also concerning. Okay. I thought they might run away. That's fine. So we shot that threat down, but if they build large numbers of them, that's going to be a problem. Again, yeah, so okay, Raven gained 20 pop from that. It went from 70 to 90, so that's pretty nice. And then Licky did its terraforming. Ostrich is now 97. So before it was 95, now it's 97 for its pop. It went from 95 to 97 as a result of that event. Pretty silly. All right. Are we getting attacked anywhere? No, we are not. Not for right now, at least. Poor little chick. Still finishing up its terraforming. Okay. Yeah, I wish that was not the design they were building, but apparently it is. Yeah, they're kind of spamming that. And I don't know what's on that Deathwind either. So I still really would... yeah, there's like 12 Cobras up there. That's concerning. Also, I'm going to need to get a better missile than Scatter Packs at some point too. Because like they are starting to hit the point where the shielding is big enough that Scatter Packs are not doing as much anymore. So... did we pop all the techs we were looking at? Everything except force fields. Everything except force fields. We have a better... Deathwind was hard... oh, we had that. We did know that one. Okay, Hardbeam and Merculites. Okay, that's not that bad. The other one was unknown. Gotcha. Yeah, these force fields. Let's pop this force field tech, and then I'll see about designing more ships. Okay, so Raven remaxed on factories. Now it just needs to grow that pop, which it should be able to do pretty fast. If I start seeing a lot of ships over here, I'll build more bases. But for right now, I'm not as concerned. Where is that stack? There was a... okay, so this stack is going for... okay, so it looks like the humans are still the current target. Better them than me. Better them than me, I have to say. Ostrich. Yeah, you might as well just finish remaxing on pop, and then we can build like the... what is it? We can build 4 more factories here. Something like that. We should pop this tech really soon. And then I actually think I might be able to start making a move. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, it was the council vote. Whoops, I kind of forgot it was a council vote. Well, I don't think that the Silicoids can win because the Darlocks will not vote for them. Yeah, I actually got... okay, I actually pulled the votes from the... my friends, the Darlocks. My friends. But I think everyone else is going to vote for the Silicoids. So I don't think I'll be able to vote for them. Yeah, I don't think I can vote for them. 10 votes. I have 9. Yeah, I cannot vote for them. Also note that this is why I have to be really careful about getting on the wrong side of the Darlocks. Because if I like go to war with the Darlocks, they cast those 9 votes for the Silicoids, and that's game over. So, as I said, even if they're at war with, even if they are at war with the Silicoids and at war with me, they will still vote for the Silicoids because of being at war with me. It's kind of unfair, but that's how Master of Orion works. If they're at war with you, they will vote for your opponent, even if they're also at war with their opponent. So we have to be careful. We really cannot afford to make the Darlocks upset. I think we can afford to make the Clacons upset, though, because we don't need... like, they're already voting against us, so it's not that big a deal. We got an update. Okay, so they have, like... very little. Their shielding is terrible. Their weapons are pretty bad. And they have these robotic... Yeah, they are such an obvious target. I think we have to try going after them next. Even though we actually have good relations with them. I just want to get this shield tech done. Did we get all the planets done with their terraforming? Okay, no, Raven is done though. I want to discover this tech. This is retreating back. Okay, there's just 2 Cobras there. I don't have any of these. Okay, that's right. You're remaxing there. I mean, we have a lot. We're all up to like 3,000 beakers per turn in research. So like we're getting an awful lot of research. All right, so Ostrich has completely recovered from that industrial accident. Now we're at 13%. Okay, come on. Can we discover this? We're like halfway to the next weapons tech already. Wow, okay. Taking our time here with this one, aren't we? Did we get the spying report on the silicoids? No, and they're still allied with everybody. They finally got a new tech, though. Class 7 deflectors. They have a lot of shielding. Weapons are pretty bad, though. Probably why they haven't run over the whole galaxy yet is their weapons are bad. All right, there we go, finally. Ah! That's a bad pull. No class 10 planetary shield. Ugh. Not what you want there. We have no choice to move the tech, no choice but to move the tech field forward. Yeah. Oh my God. Look at the other options here. Hold on. This is a terrible roll. All right. So here's our options. Personal absorption shield, which would be great because we missed out on the deflector shield. That's not there. Planetary shield. No. Class 6 deflector. This is almost completely useless. We already have class 5. This adds 1 point of shielding and we need it. It's the only way to move the tree forward. And then even if we get this, we probably have to research the class 7 deflector because the cloaking device isn't going to help us much either. That's a terrible pull on the tech tree. Well, it is what it is. But not what we were looking for. Not maybe the silicoids will jam, maybe. Ugh. All right. So, design. Let's see what we can do here. Unfortunately, we still don't have something better than the MPG. Let's see what we can trick this out with. So Duraloy, we want the faster engines. We want movement speed. Mark III computer. Now, if we want, we could put some shielding on here. Can't put any specials on. Put class 2 shield. How much? Actually, does not make the ship much more expensive. Cloaking fits on a small hull? Okay. I forgot that one is good on small ones. Okay. 2 points of shielding. Worthwhile. I wish we could fit like a second MPG on here, but anyway. Let's go ahead and build this. MPG 3. Not the best ship, but it's something. Scrap this. And a bomber to go with it. Okay. Still can't fit the antimatter bomb on, but that's not surprising. All right. Duraloy. Faster engines. We need the best computer we can get. We do not need a shield on this ship because this is not designed for hand-to-hand combat or ship-to-ship combat. Fusion. Oh, wait. And that... I got to redesign that neutron pellet gun because I mislabeled it. It's actually warp 4, isn't it? Yeah, it's actually warp 4. Oops. Well, we can just redesign it. It's not like it takes that long to do this. Okay. Mark 3. RPG. Shield. It's important to get the correct warp speed on these things. Okay. Fusion 4. Wait, what? Oh, fusion bomb. I was like, what is a fusion 4? And I was like, oh, the bomber. Okay. We'll build, I think we have enough excess production to build one of them right now. Would ECM be better than Shield? Well, no, not for the neutral, not for the MPG, because they're intended to go after other ships. The shielding, I think, is better. just that giant fleet just continues to hang out there. Well, the shields, I mean, they don't make the ship much more expensive. That's the main reason why. It only took the cost from 17 to 20. So I thought it was worthwhile because it was pretty cheap. Oh, Bird Brain's up to, I forgot, Bird Brain's up to 32 missile bases. Okay, that's probably enough for right now. I didn't even realize that. Okay. And we're not getting attacked anywhere else. Okay. So what are we researching? Ion stream projector. Another 1,000. Yeah. What's the ground tech like for these guys? They don't have much of anything in ground tech either. So, like, I think I can capture this planet if I build enough of these ships. But I don't think I can hold it against this fleet unless I can... Well, if we can flip it around fast enough and get bases up, we might be able to. I think we have to make the attempt, though. So that means mostly building the bombers right now, actually. We don't need a lot. We don't need that many smalls. And we should probably have Ostrich as the focal point. I don't think we actually need that much. We're going to need a huge population surge coming in. So first of all, we need like 100 or so of these to chase away the defenders. We need like 100 of these. And then we need a lot of bombers. Now we can send pop transports immediately because we already scouted that planet early in the game. I think one turn of these and then we go heavy on the bombers after that. Yeah, we can produce like 100 or so of them. Now, we should be much better than whatever's on that design. Pretty sure that design has either Gatling lasers or ion cannons on it, so we should be able to chase that away. All right, let's try to do some math. So there's 11 bases here. What do they have? So they have 4 points of shielding. Our fusion bombs do, what, 6 to 20? I think, no, 4 to 20 against planetary surfaces, so that's easily enough to get through. They do have heavy ECM jammer tech, though, so that's going to stop that. That's going to be pretty strong, but they only have Duralloy armor, so we shouldn't need too many bombers. I mean, I think if we can get... How many fusion bombs would we have to drop to kill? Oh, and their missiles are terrible, right? Yeah, they have nuclear... Oh, no, they have scatter packs. Okay, so they have scatter packs. That's partly why the shielding is helpful there. The scatter packs, even 2 points of shielding cuts a lot of the damage out. Okay, so we need, like, maybe 300 or 400... I think, like, 300 or 400 bombers would be pretty good. Something like that. And we'll have to make sure to time it so we can overwhelm. We need like 100. We need like just to be safe, like 150 million pop landing. I know that might sound ridiculous, but they do have the ground tech advantage. Or actually, no, their ground tech advantage. Their ground tech. Oh, they have fusion beams. So yeah, they do have a ground tech advantage. Okay, so let's build these, and then we can start. Oh, hello. It looks like there might be another attacking coming. All right, so I'm gonna swap all of these over to the bomber design, which is actually a cheaper design apparently. And then it looks like we can build quite a few of these in each turn. Looks like we can build over 100 of these each turn. Okay. All right, what's this? Is this another attack coming? Okay, 5 turns. All right, Licky. Well, all right. We are going to need Licky to build some more bases. It's not a huge stack, but yeah, we have to pay attention to that. Okay. I mean, I guess I could send some of these ships up there to help deal with that. It's only 4 Cobras. We'll be all right. Yeah, it's only 4 Cobras. All right, just trying to keep spying updates current. They're allied with the Bullrathi and the humans. Okay. So who do we need the spying? I think the Darlocks, yeah, we're a little outdated on them. We are down to neutral with them. I should dial them up and see if they'd be willing to get peace or something. Oh, I needed to check their tech before. Ah, well. I meant to get a quick screenshot of their technology. Okay. Oh, they have the Megabolt cannon. I want this very badly. I want this very badly because then I don't have to build... Then I can get... It's such a better weapon than what I have right now. What do they want? Oh, they want atmospheric... You know what? That's right. The AI mix is willing to do huge deals for atmospheric terraforming. I'm actually willing to do that. This is a huge gun upgrade. I love the MPGs, but this is a huge upgrade in terms of weaponry. And I wonder if the Clacons would be willing to give me improve robot. Yeah. We could also try to... They'd be willing to give me robotics 3 for it. I think that's worthwhile too. Time to scrap our fighter, yeah. We have needed this so badly. That's worthwhile. I mean, the Clacons only have a handful of planets. I mean, this is a major tech to be giving out, but we're getting huge value from it. Let's see if we can get something from the humans for this. I don't mind giving it out to them. Okay. Humans are far beyond your technology. Silicoids, I believe you can't trade it to them because they can't make use of it. They're willing to trade the class 10 planetary shield for it. Okay. I thought they couldn't make use of this. Yeah. I believe there's a small bug and they'll trade for it even though they can't use them. I believe that's right. Okay. I mean, we'll take it. And then who's left? The bears? I don't think we got something from the bears. Okay, I mean, we just got a massive upgrade. This is literally like playing Civ 3 and you did the big round of tech trading. Stingers? That sounds worthwhile to me. Because we need this gives us a much better weapon. Okay. Civ 3 gameplay. So if you understand why I turn off tech trading when I play Civ 4, is like you get too big of an advantage over the AI. But like what do we get? We got improved robotics 3. We got a much better gun. So we greatly upgraded our missiles and our gun tech. And we got planetary shield 10 and we got improved robotics. Like that was a ridiculous upgrade. Okay. Well, that was a good round of trading. So we'll scrap this laser. I'm just curious if we were to design a gunship now. Actually, I think we'll wait one turn because I don't know if it updates on the first turn or not, whether that goes through. I think we might need to wait one turn. Can we fit the Megabolt cannon? It's 62. I don't know if we have space enough for that. We're close, though. How to turn atmospheric terraforming into 5 other techs. Yeah, I don't think it's gone up yet. Okay, so obviously the first thing we need to do is we need to build these factories. Yeah, see, it still says reserve, but it will build the factories. It will build the factories. Okay. Meanwhile, Licky, we're going to get that planetary shield 10. And once we have the planetary shield 10, we're relatively safe. Although there's a Mega V's on this, so they can still hurt us. But we will have stingers to punch back with, so that's going to be pretty nice. But yeah, everybody else is just going to do the factory building. And we can come back to the ships in a little bit. One planet needs to stay on science, but for right now. All right, so did we... Yeah, we put them all on except Licky. So New Zealand, you need to stay on science, so somebody stays on science. Okay. Those were big upgrades. Very, very big upgrades. Robotics 3 is just... Like, we increase every planet. Can do another entire factory per pop. Okay. So we're still just getting attacked at Licky. Yeah, Licky might need some help building this. Oh, look at this. We just got a huge reserve. How did we get all that spending in the reserve, too? Oh, because we scrapped those lasers. That's right. Okay. Those lasers were old, but they actually did still have some value. All right, so we've got... Oh, no, apparently we didn't build any factories last turn. It just everything got dumped into the reserve. Oh, well. I guess we did not start building the factories because it didn't go through last... I guess, yeah. The tech trades really do not go... The tech stuff does not upgrade the first turn, does it? It really does take a turn to go through. Well, now our weapons level is what, level 30, so okay. Now if we were to design a ship, what can we put on here in terms of weapons now? So we can fit the Megabolt cannon. We can actually fit an antimatter bomb on now and still have room for other stuff. Yeah. Yeah, look at how the weapons got miniaturized off that. Yeah. Not bad. If we were to do an Omega V bomb, what can we fit on here? Fusion. We can now fit the antimatter. Now instead of a fusion bomber, we just have an antimatter bomber. Okay. Sounds good. We'll just design that. I'll keep these MPGs. By the way, these MPGs can go help at Licky. They might as well. Okay, well, let's design that. I don't know why I just cleared it. We'll just use an antimatter bomb instead of a fusion bomb. It's a much better bomber. I can put our best computer on there. Oh, look, we have just enough space. Bomber 4. There we go. All right. So all these planets now, I don't want them building scouts. I do want them building bombers. I have to click there on each one. So, I mean, those will be easily able to get through defenses. They even have, they are fast. They even have, whatchamacallit, they even have some battle computer on them. Okay, so now what can we do in terms of a ship-to-ship gunship? What can we fit on a ship if we put the Megabolt cannon on it? Basically nothing, unfortunately. Basically nothing. So that we still can't really use this for ship-to-ship combat just yet. But this MPG, like, what can I do as in comparison to the other design I have? Duralloy, fusion. It's about the same, basically. So I think I'll just keep the design I have for that. Oh, I can fit a second one on. Oh, how much space do they take up? MPGs. They take up. We can't quite fit the second one on. Okay, so we'll just continue to use the design we have for right now. But we're not far off. I mean, we're researching another tech, and if we could get more construction tech, that would also help a good bit. Computer tech would help too, I think. Oh well. We can probably, if we can discover BC5, we can probably use that. If we had BC5, we could probably use that. Oh, look how fast my ships are. Okay, Licky, you got the planetary shield. Are we getting attacked anywhere else? Now that we have planetary shield 10, we have quite a bit of shielding. We're basically safe against everything other than those Omega V-bombs. All right, now these planets are going to build their factories. Everybody just upgrading. I think Licky's relatively safe. Well, the Stingers are actually a better weapon than the scatter packs against these things. And you're still holding the tech load. Maybe we could trade for some techs. We might be able to help with miniaturization. It's true, every tech does help with miniaturization. Clacons are still hanging out here with their just building thousands of ships over there. I guess we should swap up. Okay. Well, look at this is why we don't try spying on the Darlocks. They have ECM 8. So okay, that tachyon beam is also quite bad for us. It's bad against strong against small ships. We just really don't want to fight these guys, yet they insist on continuing to fight us. So it's like, okay. We have pretty good reports on both of these. The Borathi is a little more out of date. Also, the humans are still alive somehow. I'm not really sure how they're still alive, but they are. Anyway, okay, so Hawk 2 is going to max out, so I can then start building factories on New Zealand. Anybody else going to max out? Okay, so you are as well. Licky, obviously you're building bases. Looks like most of these planets are going to max out on factories this turn. That's good. New Zealand needs to build the factories. But yeah, we increased, now we have significantly more factories. That was like one of our few holes that we had. Oops, just max that out. Okay, all right. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, the tachyon beam is a streaming weapon. And oh, apparently Sydney is getting restless upstairs. I probably should stop streaming relatively soon. Hold on. If you want to see, he's like, it's time. It's time for my walk. He gets very antsy if he's not getting his walk. He starts staring. He doesn't. So he's really good. He doesn't bark, but he stares, and he will just stare at you until it's time. Okay. All right, so let's go back to building. Yeah, we're gonna build some more. Wow, we can build 39 bombers a turn. Okay, and this is my new bomber too, right? Because we didn't actually. Yeah, these are my. Okay, well, we're not gonna have any trouble getting through the defenses of these Klakons because their defenses are terrible. Did I finish building here? Okay. I guess I did finish building the factories just about everywhere. All right. Bombers. Ah, I had the right thing already. Yeah, actually we can build an awful lot of these things. So then I'm just going to have to send the pop transports because if I can take the planet on the first turn and then just pump tons of reserve spending in, I might be able to get bases up before this fleet can get down here. That's the hope anyway. Just have to chase off. Okay, I might need some more laser fighters too. Because I have to make sure I can kill whatever they've brought. But I should be able to do that. All right, is this attack incoming this turn? All right. Let's do this, and then I think it's probably time to stop after this. Because I'm not going to... I've just been streaming a little too long. But yeah, we're looking pretty good. We're like completely caught up in tech with the AI, and that's like always one of the first things you have to do. If you can catch up in tech, then you're usually in pretty good shape. All right, well, we should be able to fight this off without too much trouble. So against a ship like this that has 4 points of shielding, we want the stingers. So make sure that you toggle the missiles. Okay, and we're just gonna retreat. No need to take losses here for no reason. I should have fired 2 shots at that design. I was hoping I could kill both before they retreated, but that did not happen. Okay, so we fought that attack off. Get our MPGs down here. How many of the bombers did we build? Oh, we built 124 in 1 turn. Okay, well, that's not bad. So we can do that, and in fact we can build even more because New Zealand is going to be maxed, and then it can do the same thing. Can add another, yeah, so we can do like 150 per turn. Let's get up to like 600 of them and then go. So the next thing is we're gonna have to coordinate a big invasion on Incendius. 4 turns. I think if that can reach, so everything, I think just about every planet can reach within 4 turns, right? Okay, so when we're ready to go, we'll do we'll start 4 turns out, but I'm not quite ready to do that. How many? Oh yeah, we have. That's right. We have to not blow up the planet instantly too. That's why, yeah, I think around 500. Actually, that might be too many, but we'll target like 400 to 500. That shouldn't kill the entire planet. If we're lucky, we'll be able to get improved robotics 4 in the invasion, which would really be helpful, or a reduced industrial waste 40. Although I think I'm researching that one right now, aren't I? Yeah, well, I'm only like a third of the way there. Okay. The class 10 shield, right. The class 10 shield might make the Klakons incapable of hitting it. That's my hope. Again, I don't know what's on their designs, but like I think even a heavy fusion beam can't shoot past 15 points of shielding. Certainly nothing else can, because I get 5 from my shields and then 10 from the planetary shield. So that's the hope, at least. So that's the hope. Anyway, so that's what we're going to try to do next time. But as I said, I think this is a good place for us to stop. It was a really successful session. Didn't really take that much in the way of gaining territory, but like we claimed this planet out here, which I didn't think we would get, and then the radiated planet, and now we have a very obvious avenue of expansion into the Klakons, and then from there it probably would be the Silicoids next, because I don't think they're that strong. I really don't. We just want to keep the Darloks on our side because I need their vote in the council. Like, I need them to continue voting for me. But yeah, we would. Oh yeah, we'd have to break the non-aggression pact. But I don't know. We can maybe do that like a turn before we attack. Anyway, true builder stream, just a chill builder stream today. Look at our trade income, by the way. Look at how much money we're getting from trade. This is wild, absolutely wild to be getting that. We're getting like a quarter of our income from trade. It's insane. But we're gonna have to lose some of that. But yeah, is what it is. Okay, thanks everybody. I hope you all have a great weekend. and we'll pick this back up next week. So far, so good. Fun game. Have a good one, folks. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye, guys.